Come, let me get you some.
Yo, what's up? This is Saber Talk Sunday. May the 4th be with you guys. It is May 4th. How is everybody doing tonight?
I feel like we've had about 6 fake starts. So now we're live.
Now everybody got quiet all of a sudden. Oh my goodness, man! This is May 4th.
Here.
Happy
Just
May
get
4th.
the thing going, all right?
Mo's in the house. Let's see who we got.
He's feeding back on me.
Oh my God, we got
It's happening all at once.
Roosevelt Moreno's in the house. What's up? JT's in the house. Alexa, Mountain. Let's see, Mo, and N's in the house. My goodness, we're gonna get the party started here, guys. I mean, we're gonna have a great time tonight. Now, I just recently bought some sound fonts from James as well. Bought a couple of more fonts from Kyberphonic. I bought a couple of I bought some stuff from the Custom Sabers shop. As a matter of fact, I've got a couple of parts that I had bought because I'm going to try my hand at doing a 7/8 inch blade, right? And I thought to myself, laser beam lightning in the house. I thought about trying the different size of blades, right? And Anthony, I always thought about your lamp saver, so I am trying out to make a lamp saver as well. And I'm like, I got to do a lamp saver. I got to do a 7/8 inch blade, and then I just don't know where to start with a 7/8 inch blade. As far as the connector goes, it's a 1 inch piece, right? The 1 inch thick piece to connect to the
put the
7/8
1 inch
blade.
thick thing into the other hole, and that's exactly where it starts. You got to jam it here.
Is it 2 cents? Is it 2 cents?
You got to jam the thing right in there, and that's where you start.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Is it 2 PCBs within the adapter part, or is it just one? Anthony?
Who are you talking to?
Anthony. I'm talking to Anthony.
Nobody's talking.
Well, it doesn't matter. Anybody can answer.
Like for a 7/8 inch blade, I think the best results come from putting the 7/8 inch foam around the assembly and then using like a translucent film instead of the nylon tube. Like we use a nylon tube on a 1 inch, it looks awesome, but for 7/8 I think not using the nylon tube is probably better, because it's like really hard to shove the foam assembly into like the version of the nylon tube that goes into a 7/8 is like too tight and too thick, you know what I mean? Whereas like the nylon tube for the 1 inch is like works really, really well for that. You were talking about a blade, right? Not a blade plug.
Yeah,
right.
Full blade.
Actually, speaking about 7/8, I do have a surprise blade that is 7/8, and it's almost exactly what Anthony was talking about. This is a clear tube 7/8. Actually, Anthony, this is your birthday gift.
Oh,
This is a clear tube 7/8 TriStar. Made for him.
Dude.
wow.
So yeah, what I did for this one is I just actually used the 7/8 foam, and it actually looks really great. So actually, let me put it in a hilt here. This is Anthony's new Chosen One hilt right here.
Sweet. What's up, Cinepresto? Good to see you.
I love these new chassis, man.
Oh, so
Yeah,
good.
Reese has been busy. I've been away for a week, and Reese has been busy in the shop making a bunch of stuff. It appears that he has made me a 7/8 inch TriStar, which I hinted at. I'm not going to say I didn't hint at it.
You
Right?
hinted at it for a few months.
That's awesome, Reese. I didn't know you're going to have enough time to make that. That's really cool.
That's so
Lit up?
awesome.
And now
Yeah,
it's turned
'cause
off.
we actually recently got a couple
We'll
sabers,
work these things.
Yoda.
There's
and
two.
that
There we go.
And that's a 7/8. So
It screamed at you.
that one's going to work really good with the Anakin because I think it's probably too long for the Yoda, you know. But
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome for the Anakin.
I did make a special 7/8 blade for the Yoda as well.
Oh yeah, he does have something to show us because Reese was telling me before the stream that he does have something special to show us in 7/8, and I almost thought this was what he was talking about, which is a TriStar. But he has something else for. What's going on, Jeremy? Solo Saber.
Jimmy's in the house.
Actually, let me give this to you.
Oh, I'm gonna get to turn it on.
Yeah.
try
Let me
this out.
tighten it for you, actually. Just go up here, grab a Allen wrench.
I'm gonna get all my fingerprints on this chrome saber.
We'll wipe it down. All right, there you go.
Oh wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I like it. So this is a clear
Wow.
7/8, so the blade is
Wow.
going to appear even thinner than a normal 7/8. It's like a trans white because the trans white 7/8 would light up from edge to edge. This is presumably going to light up kind of like a 3/4 width.
Wow.
Whoa.
Dude.
Damn.
Wow, that's like
I made the
That's
tip a little
awesome.
bit brighter. Yeah.
Wow, man.
oh my
Wow, Reese, this is an awesome blade. Like, and I kind of knew ahead of time that I'll be able to see some of the corn cobbing because it's just such a fat assembly of TriStar LED formation in such a thin blade assembly. But I actually really like it. I think it's super super cool. And I'm looking at it in blue, which is like one of the lesser kind of bright colors. So I'm sure like in another color, it's just going to look
Oh yeah,
even
It's
crazier.
still very
Well, if that
bright.
was in a translucent, you probably wouldn't even see the
right.
the strips, right?
That's
Mhm.
nice.
Wow.
That's
do you guys
very
think?
nice, man.
Nice.
Reese, well done, man.
Thank you.
Well done. Dude, you have Reese has been killing it on blades, man.
He's over here
Jesus.
building blades and programming boards, and I'm trying to figure out how to get the key in my car.
Yeah.
It's great, man.
I made 5 total blades for this live stream. One we sent to you, Mundo. I'm not sure if it got there.
Uh-huh.
So it's coming soon for you.
Wow.
I do have
Dude, that's awesome.
right here.
And we got Rich Angelo in the house, man. What's up, Rich?
Hey man, how's it going?
It's going good,
What's going on,
dude.
Rich?
Welcome. Happy Fourth.
What's up?
Where are you in the Millennium Falcon?
Yes, I believe that's where I am currently.
That looks
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah, I was just doing some training with my saber, so I'm just like
Nice.
trying to just keep busy.
He
during
just came from the Saber Academy.
What's that?
The Saber Academy.
How's everybody's forepage? You guys buy anything?
What's up, Carter?
Hey, Carter.
Well,
Yeah.
like Mundo said, I also got a lot of fonts, including from James here. Which, by the way, I'm glad that we got that issue fixed with the code because I was just like,
Me-
"What is
me too.
happening?"
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man, because that was a good catch. I appreciate it. Yeah, the sale is going great, man. So thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I also got Kyber Phonics' new Luke Skywalker font called The Light of Ossus. It's his version on Book of Boba Fett and Mando Season 2 finale.
Nice.
And I also got Casis three newest sound fonts. Luke Empire Strikes Back, or what she calls LS5, the DV5, and his version of the Darksaber sound font. So it's nice all around, you know.
Sweet.
It's great.
That's cool. This morning I got the twin ion sound font.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I was happy about that one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hey,
Sounds pretty good.
how does it sound on your sabers, Mundo? Because when I have Profi, and for some reason, when I swing like the smooth swing, it doesn't. It's like weird. You get what it doesn't come out as well.
Oh, I haven't even put it on the Savior yet because I just got it this morning. So I haven't been able to test it out. As a matter of fact, Jim and I don't see Jim yet. He's probably here, but Jim and I were talking about batteries, especially like 21700 batteries, right? And I ordered these puppies. And yeah, they're from China, but man, I tell you, it's got they are a rate of 6,000 milliamps. They're rated for 6,000 milliamps. And I just charged them, I started last night and I got them both fully charged. I've got one in the Warlock right now, and I kept one out so I could show you guys. The only thing about these is it's got a flat top and it doesn't have that button top, right? So what I have to do in order for my saber for the Warlock to work is to put a little tiny magnet so that it has some kind of like little nipple action there, and
That's what they do now.
runs really well.
Those
Yeah,
nipples, man.
I tell you.
They get sensitive. You got to be careful.
Especially
Oh,
with that
I'm
guy.
telling you,
Yeah.
right?
Gotta put a little
Maybe,
But it was
maybe, maybe just change the tab.
I
in
mean,
the
it-
saber. Yeah.
right? I might just change it. I might just change it because
Yeah, I mean, I hate to have you.
either that or I'll spring to action,
Yeah.
right? But no, it's actually. Oh my god! So it actually works pretty decent, man. Let me wake it up here.
Yeah.
Nice.
So man, I mean, it puts out that power, man. I haven't fully tested them all the way to see how long they're gonna last, right? But
What size is that?
Now-
Battery?
this is my gosh, Lido Kala.
Is that the same
They look
size
like
of an
this.
18650, or is it
No, this is a
larger?
21700. Yeah, this is a 21700.
Nice? Very
Does
good.
anybody know if there's like going to be any new batteries coming out anytime soon that's like smaller than a 18650 but just as powerful?
I wish.
That'd be
I'm
great.
hoping.
Yeah.
Everything's getting so thick nowadays. It's like, what are you going to put it in? You got to have
Yeah.
like a 3-inch housing to put the batteries.
You know, you would think
You
with all
know,
the technology out
Graphic.
there today that they would shrink these power cells down a little bit more. I mean, you got these
Yeah.
phones that like they stay the same thickness, but every version that comes out, you get a little bit more, Like, why can't they do
Yeah.
that with these cells?
I mean, I use the little
Mhm.
ones for like an Emperor I have and like some other hilt, like the 18350s. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yep.
they're great for
Smaller,
like
half
gases and
size.
stuff, but they don't last hardly at all. So the
Yeah, it's half
18650s,
half the
Yeah.
size.
Well,
That'd be nice,
I think
because if they
they
change the
quad-
circuitry in them, I think it could be possible within the protection circuit. If they added some little more component, it may be able to shrink the size and then just boost it with a power circuit. It's possible. It's micro though.
something's got to change. Just
Well,
these things are going to get
and yeah. Well, there's a place I forgot, and Jim knows, but there's one company that is trying that diamond something there. It's kind of like a nuclear reaction within the cell itself to keep charging it and recharging it.
Yes.
But it's diamond something, whatever you call it. They're utilizing, and for the size of a AA battery, if they are successful later on, the battery will recharge itself over and over again from little like nuclear fusion type stuff, and it possibly could power, you know, a whole car for just a little single AA battery type size, man.
Nuclear fusion
And
double A battery.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Isn't that the plot of the Saints?
they're working with micro some kind of like uh oh gosh, I'll have to find that video again on what it was, because I think you know that astrophysicist Dr. Machito, something like that. Um he did like a little video on those batteries, and they're starting them out uh with the button batteries for like pacemakers and watches and stuff like that, to test them
Oh
out
wow.
to see how long they're going to run, because supposedly these are supposed to run forever for like those heart patients that they never get there you go, that they never run out of energy whatsoever. I mean, basically they'll keep going, but the person, you know, expires. And I
Unlimited
guess they'll
power!
Oh, man.
right.
It's all about safety.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to.
So
It was definitely
you
worth
got an
it.
unlimited power heart pacemaker, man. A nuclear
That'd be crazy,
reacting
man.
pacemaker.
Self-charging batteries, man. Oh my.
Really?
Wow, that's a
We're getting closer and closer to real lightsabers now.
Yeah.
We are.
Well,
We are. I mean,
right.
especially at the magnetic
They've got
type.
some problems they've got to figure out. I mean, the Hacksmith you talking about, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
if they
Hacksmith
can
had that
figure out how to, because the biggest problem I've always seen with the myth behind lightsabers is that you can't hit them, because, you know, fire goes through fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Fire stops at a certain length, you know, or it keeps going depending on how much power it has behind it. So how do you make something that is you could pass through, not pass through? There would have to be a core to interact with of somehow. You can't just not have an internal core, you know, like you have them in you know, Star Wars, where they smack up against each other. You know, you can't.
Yeah.
A lightsaber can't exist in that form unless there's some sort of core that would, you know, pop out and come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
There
what
was a-
could
there
they
was a thing I
possibly do
saw.
that can have that kind of reaction to it?
It must be really strong plasma.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
something.
right?
It was something I remember seeing.
You need
It was something on,
well, I
like,
guess
some
it
guy
is
did like a
proton
a
pack,
science-
basically.
Like almost like a solid. You know, it'd be like almost like a solid.
Yeah, but I mean that's
Yeah.
that's the problem. What I've always, I mean, as much as I and everybody around here loves lightsabers, the biggest problem I've always had with lightsabers is that they're completely inconsistent in their consistency. You know what I mean? 1 minute they're slapping up against each other or bouncing off of stormtroopers. The next minute they're going through plasma doors and they're melting. Like, so is it a hard
What is it?
consistency or is it not? I mean, is it?
Yeah.
It
A
may,
glass
it
is
may be
either
the will of the
translucent
force.
or not. You know
I
what
would
mean?
definitely say the consistency regarding lightsaber blades and having in contact with other objects certainly has been a little bit muddled, especially ever since Disney took over the canon.
Right, because now Disney has everything. You don't cut through things; you bounce off of objects.
Bounce off of people's
However,
bodies.
you go back to the original Star Wars when, like, Luke and Vader are going at it. The lightsabers are bouncing off of rails and stuff. They are bouncing off. So, like, the continuity is still there of lightsabers because they bounced off of objects to begin with, and they would. Why would they? Because they're bouncing off of each other to begin with. But yet they're also going through doors, and all of a sudden they're not hard enough to go through it. You know what I mean?
Would it be like?
So
Well,
like if you went like
I-
this into somebody,
Yeah.
but you go through a table.
Well, do you
and it
remember
could go through.
Do you remember Beskar and all that stuff? Well, a lot of lightsabers couldn't go through that. So whatever
Right, like-
metal they're using, it all depends on that.
I
Right.
highly doubt that Beskar is used in the construction of buildings, especially if
No.
it's regulated.
Right, like railings and
Right.
guardrails and stuff like. I don't think they use Durasteel because does it bounce off of Durasteel?
No, Durasteel can be melted by a
Right,
light.
it can't because that's what the blaster doors and everything, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so
And
like,
John-
Blastoid, all that. Yeah, all that.
yeah, it's just the best
my-
part actually bounces off of.
I think a way.
So then why does it bounce off of stormtroopers?
I think one. Well, no, John. I think one way that it can be when it comes to lightsabers bouncing off of things could actually be explained through, I would say, the concentration of the user in their force and their connection through like the force. Like for
Okay,
example.
well,
Like for example, and I hate using this example because it is the most criticized scene of the entire Kenobi series. But when he pulls his version of the kill the stormtrooper in the dark, like how Starkiller did in the Force Awakens 2 trailer, I would say at the time he was trying to bring back his Obi-Wan's trying to bring back his force sensitivity, like trying to reconnect with it. So it's sort of like it's sort of like a mismatch or something like that.
Maybe, but you even go back further to the first
Okay.
time Kenobi and Vader.
well, the New
Galactic,
Hope.
you know what I mean? No.
Yeah,
the
with
Kenobi
Luke and
show.
Vader.
Yeah, but the Kenobi show.
Oh.
So, if we just reference the Kenobi show, when because Kenobi didn't have a lot of he was just kind of wonky. And where was it? Like this weird field? I don't remember. They had like dunes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But the first time they kind of go at it, Vader's like smacking his lightsaber up against the floor, and it's smacking and sparking.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
Why?
Sand, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
So
believe
it's
it's
like,
a solid
so they
plasma. It has
do
to be
bounce
some
off.
sort of solid plasma.
So
and
if
plus
you-
the
there was a-
energy that they use when they hold it, I guess through the force as well. There's a crystal in there,
Right.
also.
I
So
think
I have a
also-
same
I
feeling
think
it's a
another
combination.
explanation
Well-
that is explained through Star Wars canon is the fact that this is that when they were doing it as a TV show, they didn't really consider it, and they didn't really have doing the special effects with it.
Right.
So they basically were working with similar to stage props. Like another example is like when the Praetorian Guards killed Paz Vizsla in Mandalorian season 3. Like anyone who knows stagehand combat could see
Too soon.
the vibro swords going at the side and not through through his armor.
Yeah.
So I would say as far as
So the question kind of would be, how would they, like going back to like they are kind of working on the lightsaber, how would you make that a real thing? How do you turn that plasma flame into something that can physically react up against something? You know what I mean?
So there was a show,
Well-
I guess probably like 10 years ago. I don't know what it was. Somebody did like an exploration of that, and what he came up with, the technology wasn't there, but it was basically like a baton, like a police baton that would get ejected.
Are we talking Mythbusters?
It wasn't Mythbusters. It was something else. It was a guy like Mythbusters, and it was like a plasma, some kind of supercharged plasma that would kind of go through holes that would be inside of the baton, and that's what.
Yeah, the magnetic field, right?
Something like that. I should find it. It was
Kinda-
really well
Didn't
thought
it kind
out.
of have something? Did you guys watch the Adam?
Adam
was it
Savage.
one-
Savage.
No, it was a movie
Adam
on Netflix.
Savage tested.
The Adam Project. The Adam Project.
Adam Project. Didn't
Oh,
he
yeah.
have
Adam
something
Project,
that kind of
yeah.
resembled the lightsaber?
Very
totally.
close.
Yeah,
but
something like that.
Was that a baton?
It was more modular than a lightsaber. It was more solid than.
But did it retract? Or
It's
It
Ryan
did
Reynolds,
it
though,
did
so it's
expand and
no, it's not a
retract, yeah.
lightsaber.
it did expand?
Yeah.
It did expand and
Okay.
retract. It was more modular. It was
Well-
on rings with plasma. So basically, it was the same kind of a plasma force that was holding all this stuff together. So, I don't know where it comes from,
Maybe
but
that's
there
the
it
answer.
is.
Maybe that,
I'm gonna
that maybe
I'm
that's the
gonna
real
find that
lightsaber
thing.
right there.
I'm gonna find that clip.
know?
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. I love that sound font too. It's pretty nice.
From the Adam Project?
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
it- I have
Oh
it
god.
on my-
Yeah.
I gotta hear that.
It's pretty wild, man.
That's a
Now,
good movie.
now
Such
going
a-
back,
Great movie.
Going back to John's inconsistency topic, though, remember in A New Hope when Vader and Luke are going at it, right?
Vader
And you see, no. I'm talking
No, New
about A
Hope.
New Hope, where
A New Hope.
when Vader and Luke are going at, right? They're in the where Luke gets his hand cut off, right?
Empire
But the
Strikes
point
Back.
is,
On Empire.
is it Empire Strikes?
Empire Strikes.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
Okay.
on the ra- on
Oh
the,
my God.
pathway.
Okay, when Luke and Vader are
That's-
fighting each other, they cut right through the metal. Right, Luke cuts right through the metal, hits Vader in the arm, but it doesn't cut out Vader's arm.
Right. and
There's
then
the
later on,
inconsistency right
cut
there.
out the arm
Right,
of
John?
Vader.
Your camera's
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know what
exactly.
Vader's armor was made out of. Does anybody know? I mean, if they knew what it was made out of, if it was Beskar, then, you know,
Vader?
yeah.
Isn't Vader Durasteel?
I thought it was
mean,
Right?
Yeah.
Anthony, he's like, look.
But hasn't he
Shiny.
had many suits? He had many suits over
Well,
the years.
yeah,
so,
that's true. I guess he
you
did.
know.
Well, he did, yeah.
Augmentations of them, but this, yeah.
Right.
Durasteel.
Well, the mechanical
Let's
arm
call
could have been
Lucas right
Beskar.
now. George, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Fix this inconsistency, damn it.
George, we
Damn
need
it,
your
George.
help.
Well, yeah.
There we go.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh,
I have one
look
of
at
those.
that.
Oh
Dude.
yeah.
I need
What can
one
I
of
cut
those.
through?
Damn.
Blacksmith one?
No.
No.
Dude, that is badass.
That's awesome. That looks like a.
Just a little bit longer.
I have
got
one
a
of those.
mini one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's so tiny. We got a bigger one.
He must have got that one from yogurt. You got that one from yogurt.
Yeah.
That thing is great. Oh my God, I want one.
Space ball.
You can cut through a whole single ant with that thing.
You're right. This thing you could do some.
That was an earthworm.
Yeah,
Put on earthworm.
some crazy damage to those paper doors. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When
Oh, I bet.
This one I got
Yeah,
from John's Creations on Facebook. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
find him. He's
John's
from
Creations.
Australia, man.
That is super
This
cool,
guy
man.
is this.
And that one
This
looks
is all
like
built
that
by
looks like
hand. You
Atticus
know,
Padawan
all
one.
built by
That's
hand.
great.
Yeah. Is that?
This
Yeah,
thing is amazing.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I've got the.
Most
miniature-
right. It's not the size it matters.
He has too.
actually.
Yeah. Oh, you use it.
Oh yeah, it's like Yoda size.
Yeah.
He's a great dude. He's a really
I'm
cool
gonna
dude.
get
so
one
if
of
you ever want
those,
these little
man.
Guys, they're great. But he makes the
Uh,
lighted sabers too, the little miniature lighted ones too. I've got one of those. I got a Luke and I got
Oh,
the same
really?
one. It's all same size. Pretty great, man. Good dude.
Hey Mundo.
Yeah, I gotta save it for when grab one.
I put that link to that thing I was talking about in the chat. It's like from like
Uh-huh.
15 years ago, but it's like a long documentary about how to build like a real lightsaber, what it would actually take, the science behind it. It's with that guy. He's a Japanese physicist. I forget his name.
Yeah,
What's up,
that's
Jesse?
that Michio
Yeah.
Kaida or something like that.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's the one I was telling them about. Then he did the same documentary about the batteries too, man.
okay. Yeah. So
uh,
this one goes into the whole thing with the baton and the science behind it.
Yeah,
It was
the
15 years
lightsabers
ago,
and
but
all
I
of that.
remember watch. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool. Right on, man. Great things think of light, man. Yeah, exactly.
I see Gabe dressed up. I'm surprised let somebody else put on some kind of a cosplay for the day.
That's right.
Right.
Nice, cool.
Hey, Gabe, congratulations, man. I've been seeing you pop up with all kinds of the guitar stuff, man.
Gabe's cool, man.
And all your musical endeavors you've been killing it, dude. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. How have you been besides killing it with the music, killing it with the lightsabers? Still open carry?
I guess.
He's gonna have a saber guitar, man.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna wait for him to. We're gonna wait for him to strap a saber to the guitar, dude.
That's
So he'll
it.
be battling and playing at the same time.
The blade's going to be the fretboard. That's it, right there.
That's it. Yeah, man, excited. Man, so cool. I didn't expect so many people to be on tonight, man. This is awesome.
Right? Exactly. I got a little parts drawer right here that I'm working on, and let's see here. I've got the backside of it. I started working. I put that rubbin buff, the silver leaf. So if you see, I don't know if you can see right here, but compared to the little gray that I have right here. So I'm dressing it up with the silver, and then later on I'll put some LEDs on that sucker. So that's a lightsaber parts drawer.
Is it 3D printed, Mundo?
No. Actually, I got this from just a little store,
Oh, cool.
little hardware store, right? And then I got the little plastic drawers like this. Put some tape on there, and I'll label them later after I get all the rubbing buff on there. Let it dry, and then once I get that situated, I'll put some LEDs on that sucker. Dress it up. Star Wars it out.
It's the most fun. All of the stuff you to make it come to life, go in universe. It's awesome.
Right. So I may put like a few oh man. I might see if I can get some 3D printed what do you call those water evaporators, and then
Oh,
put
yeah.
them on the top. Maybe put them on top of here like this. So
Yeah,
do
I'll
like a
send you
little small diorama up here.
For sure. Yeah, I'll send you some, Mundo. I'll find some, send to you.
Oh, cool, dude. That'll work, man. And I'll take some when it's all done. I'll take some pics and send them to y'all.
Awesome.
It'll be fun. It'll be a fun little project, man. So
It's fun to do those
just
little things. People who have in the hobby who have like a 3D printer, it really does make it just 10 times more fun because you can just do all those little like stands and
Sure does.
trick them. Yeah, right. Trick them out with like.
oh my god, I am saving up for one. I've got $50 saved up for one right
Dude,
now.
you're halfway there, man.
I'm there. I'm there.
They're cheap. They're
I'm
really
still
It's a
going
great
back
fun,
and forth.
man.
The A1 Mini is a great starter printer. It's like a really, really reliable quality printer.
I'm really thinking about the A1 because the A1 does have the color ones too, right? It's
get
got
the
the
attachment
side part
for
of it where you can do the multicolor.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's super fun.
because one of my projects I eventually do want to 3D print and build a full size R2.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That's that is a bucket list of mine before I leave this world is to do an R2.
They have the kits though, right? Don't they have the kits? I don't know anything about droids. I see them, but you can buy like the kit, right? And it's just
Yeah, I think they're pretty
Yeah.
expensive though, the big kits, you know.
I was
I was
watching
Yeah,
working on
see-
printing
car
one
show
at
things
the
today, and they
moment,
have
but I
full-size
don't have all the
R2s over
parts
there.
yet.
What was
Yeah,
that,
they
John?
have.
I was watching like the May 4th thing from Sideshow Collectibles, and they have a full-size C-3PO and R2 over there.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
Actually, wouldn't mind it. Probably like $1 million.
Couple of-
You can buy it. I think you can
Couple
buy
of
an
thousand,
R2
I'm
for
sure.
like $15,000 at Disneyland. Like they have.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
If we all pull money together, I think we can
I
finance
was just
it.
gonna
Yeah,
say,
we
everybody
just-
chip
we
in.
can't buy from China though, because it's 7,000. We're gonna have to times that with the tariff and forget it.
Yeah.
You better get started to 3D print over there because we can't afford the China tariffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
With the tariffs, I mean, I personally have stopped buying from overseas through AliExpress. I'm right now I've gotten a couple sabers through the lightsaber market on Facebook. In fact, I just bought a secondhand DV6, the LGT version, through Aiden Monk, who works at Corbanth. So that's nice at least, you know.
I love that DV6, the old corn bath one, like the one that was like the silver one that you can paint, like it's like the Parks one. It was the Parks one from years ago. Love that hilt.
From Park Sabers, like
Yeah.
I once had like one of the older like Park Sabers like custom like Vader one that they did, but it back then it was good for what it was and being able to duel, but now it would not measure up to what's out there today.
Well, what's his name released one today, right? Cal released one, which I like on his website. Even says we're not.
Oh yeah,
tariffs is on his website. Just kind of for some
the
reason.
MPP. Oh man, and I watched a YouTube vid on that this morning with the MPP that from Sabers Forever. Sabers Forever did one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And oh my god.
Yeah, the ones that KR Sabers makes over in the UK. I mean, they measured that thing. They measured the original props, so that is the closest thing you're getting to the actual MPP, like prop wise. So
that's cool.
And the chassis, the brass sections that they use from Goth 3D prints, just beautiful. And I wish I had the funds for it.
I mean, that's why I like make my own chassis. I don't have to save up for the Goth stuff. It's unattainable for me. Is the Goth stuff? It's just too.
Yeah, I hear you, Rich. I'm in the same boat, and that's why I'm saving up for a 3D printer too, because there's so much stuff that I want to get and try out. I just don't know how to do that stuff.
His stuff is awesome, and he is like the nicest guy you'd ever meet. Like I met him at years ago, and he saw that I had like a twist on, and he came up to me because he's like, "Oh, is that a custom saber?" And as I was talking to him, he showed me his inside of his saber, and I was just like, "Are you got 3D?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh my god, it's super nice."
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like one of his first spinning ones. It was just like, what is this? What am I seeing right here?
Yeah, and
I know. And they're like,
sorry. You want to go ahead? Sorry.
No, man, go ahead, dude.
I was gonna say, I want to say that even with the increase in tariffs and whatnot, I will say that companies like LGT and TXQ, they have actually been, they've been upping it. I mean, especially with their, with the custom crystal chassis, they've been releasing, even the one that TXQ has for example, John, in some of your videos, for example, the Anakin, even if it's just a light, it's the effect that makes it appealing. That makes it appealing to people.
Yeah, I mean, the chassis that they're. I mean, we had this conversation, a couple weeks ago. For me personally, like the chassis are like, if it comes with something nice and pretty, that's awesome. You know what I mean? But even like you were saying, I forgot who just said it. Like the Goth 3D ones, they're so out of most people's financial reach that whatever these things come with a tiny little light now or a crystal. Like this one has a crystal in it, right?
Yeah,
this one with the crystal.
That's the top
at
shot,
this
right?
price point. These days,
That's amazing.
It's incredible.
It really is.
Even the chassis, but just like the Anakin one, it's just lined. The chassis just has the LEDs. I mean, it just brings the inside to life. And for me, it's like
some little gold-looking bits are in there.
Yeah. One thing I am looking forward to see is when you, John, and the other channels will start receiving LGT's version of the crystal brass chassis that they have. It's basically
so the chassis is actually copper, as far as I understand.
Oh, it's copper.
Yeah, it's copper. There was a delay on it. I should have had it weeks ago, but I think there was some sort of delay on it for whatever reason. But I mean, I've been waiting for that. But I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but it might not be compatible with everything that they have.
From what I understand, it's right now in Xenopixel.
Yeah.
I connected with a guy who said he wants to get his hands on it and do some tinkering to see if he could rig up a Profi board on it.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to getting that, because it'd be great if you can get one of those and just toss it. This is the Xeno, and toss it into this, or toss it into any one of these.
Toss into the
you
draft,
know.
like anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm almost positive it's a copper body.
Well, either way, it looks pretty good considering
Yeah.
it's like somewhere between $90 to $110.
So, yeah, something like that. Yeah. And then it's again, you have something like that. I mean, it's so hard to justify the higher cost of like the other ones that are out there to add on to something that's already there. I mean, it already comes with it. You know what I mean? And then you get this other chassis that if you wanted to like this one, if you didn't want to get it, this is the TXQ one. If you didn't want to get like this one, that you would have an option that's not $1,000 to get something that's at least cool looking. But again, like I was saying on one of the other episodes that we were talking about, you really kind of need a display for those chassis,
Yeah, I agree 100%. I agree. Because if you're going to utilize chassis like that, you might as well pull them out and put them on a display piece.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I
otherwise,
do with my
what's the point?
Ahsokas. That's what I do with my
What's the
Ahsokas,
point?
both of them.
Yeah. So what's the point in having those inside your lightsaber and not having it seen at all?
Right.
I mean,
you spend like $1,000 on a chassis to just leave it in a hole, tucked away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those, like especially the goth ones, they're like a piece of artwork themselves.
Oh yeah. His
So
stuff is
if
lights
you're
out.
buying them, you're buying them specifically as
For the
a
art.
work of art. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's what everybody's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
I'm going to say agree, disagree because I don't like to have. I mean, my sabers are all up on a wall.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think anybody wants their chassis to get all dusty after a while.
I mean, but you can get those cases for. I mean, the average person has one or two lightsabers, unless you're crazy collectors like us. But your average Star Wars goer, they might have one or two of their like favorite characters, and maybe they'll buy, if they're even nutty enough to go out and get one of those kind of chassis. They probably will get the longer one with the case with the cover on it, the dust case and everything, and it would be there. I think Master Replica used to. Do those come? Do those come with cases? No, those
don't. Yeah.
Like the Master Replicas, I see a lot of people with those dust cases on them, like museum pieces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you had a chassis like that, I think that's what you'd be doing. You'd have the chassis here with your lightsaber in that dust case.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be great. And
I mean, like for me, if I were to ever get
wall displays of just those cases, you know what I mean?
Mhm. If I was to ever get a chassis like that, man, I would have like something like JAD build one for me because where he would utilize a car remote to turn it on, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
it'll be in the case, never to be touched, but it'll be in the case displayed where everybody can see, but I can turn it on with the car remote and stuff like that, or even a LED remote, something like that, to turn it on. Because that would be the only way I'd have something that fancy to display,
Yeah.
and never put in the saber, because then you pay that ridiculous amount of money for that chassis, and you're messing around with it, and then you screw it up. You're swinging it around, and there goes your $1,000, $1,500,
even this,
$2,000,
man,
$3,000 thing, man.
like these are beautiful. The one that came in Kenobi, it's a beautiful crystal chamber, but I would be like banging this damn thing around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, then I'd have to
Mhm.
replace it. God forbid that crystal gets broken or.
The good thing is this
Well, I
hilt
think-
is super heavy.
Yeah,
I
so-
think
Ours is like a
specifically
3-pound
those types of chassis aren't really meant for heavy dueling. They're
Yeah,
meant for
exactly.
swinging it around, not
Yeah.
even really light contact. I mean, sometimes you can get
Yeah.
away with it, but since I've been installing sabers, they're very, very fragile. All
Yeah.
the brass parts, unless they're all rotted together with 40, man,
Right.
and tight, you're not I mean, I actually made a dueling one out of 440 and everything, and it's been holding up, no word back. So crossing fingers on that one. But it's really, some of that brass parts are fragile. And
Oh,
now
yeah.
you're talking about
I mean,
copper.
they're
I
just,
can
if
just
you look on
imagine.
this, I mean, they're just held on I wish I had a close up, but they're just held on. But these tiny
Yeah.
little, and there's only 2 of them.
Yeah.
You know, there's only 2 holding this whole section on.
Yeah,
You
they're
know, it's
relying
like-
on the pressure of the pommel cap
Yeah,
and the
so right
pins,
here,
and
you
that
get the
doesn't
brass,
always cut it.
And you know the thing is, like this
Yeah.
is just plastic.
Yeah.
You can like de-thread that in a second, just wiggling that thing around too much. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's always
That's
room
why
for
I like
improvement,
making these,
you know?
you know?
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
do with anything other than an MHS hilt. Like I wouldn't even know what to do.
Right.
It's like a cannon hilt. That'd be like
So
have-
N-Sabers put out a
break.
version like this for an Anakin, a limited edition, and all of this was all metal, brass, and stuff.
Oh yeah, the one with 7 chambers.
Yeah, with the 7 chambers one.
Oh
that's
yeah,
something.
that one's
Did
beautiful.
you see that one?
Yeah, I saw
The video, it's really
Yeah.
nice.
And Rich, I'm like you, man. I like the MHS stuff so much that
Oh yeah.
you know,
Like-
because you can make unique pieces with that stuff and still
Oh, yeah.
be semi in canon, right? But at the same time, you're gonna have a saber that's basically could be dual worthy. At the same time, it's gonna last for a while. I mean, it's not gonna go away anytime soon. And you know, you drop it, it'll be a little resilient, right? But then again, that's why I like making chassis like this. I mean, you got this kind of chassis in your hilt, right?
Yeah, it's all
You got
rotted.
this kind of chassis stuff. I mean, it's easy to take apart, but at the same time, it's durable. It's durable.
Oh yeah. I mean, like this one, Mundo, like this one, right? This is just all resin.
Oh wow.
Nice.
But I mean, I
That's
would
beautiful.
never want to deal with this thing. I mean, it's all one piece.
Right.
Mhm.
So this is for an 89 Sabers or
Yeah.
the 89 Sabers.
Yeah, that's the one.
Graflex.
Oh,
But
my
it's,
God.
I mean, I could never.
Oh.
do
See,
that.
those
Rich, is
those
that-
are
is
the
that
kind
an
you would
MHS
take to
hilt?
cons, right?
What was that?
Is that an MHS hilt you had on there?
So this is an MHS hilt. This is, and this is the chassis for that one. It's just a little
Oh,
core.
okay. Okay.
Golden Harvest, right? Just
Okay.
has a pins and that. I mean, you could do it with this, but I probably wouldn't. But the other chassis, like the one for this one, was for the 89 Graflex. And I would never
Right.
deal with the Graflex anyway. There's too many things to break off.
Should we do our
Basically
first giveaway?
showpieces, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they are.
We're gonna do our first.
No,
giveaway.
Where's the video? Where's the video?
Let's pull
Where's the
something.
video?
up.
Hold on, there's a really good video. That wasn't the video.
Wow, it was cool. cool.
Blue.
The wrong one, man.
That one, that was cool. I like that one.
This is our first giveaway of the night. It is a blade plug here, like a turbine style blade plug. So if you guys want to win this, I do have a trivia question that you have to get right. First person who gets it, you'll win this. And all you have to do afterwards is just message us on Instagram and or whatever. But so this is a actual NeoPixel blade plug, goes right into your hilts and stuff. And the question is, let's start with an easy one. What year did the first Star Wars movie come out?
1977.
Oh, shut up.
We're in
You're in the show.
You can't be eligible to win, right?
Play it over. Play
All
it
right.
over. Play it over. Go again.
Rerun. People in the comments. Okay,
That
so
one. That'll do.
All right. Take number 2.
you should have said
What's that?
people in the comments. For people in the comments.
All right. Take number 2.
Yeah, put in the comments.
Comments, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna send Rich one anyway, so we're gonna do another question for the audience
I'm
here.
sorry. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
Because you guys have a special advantage where you could speak the answer, right? Everyone else has to type.
Yeah, we'll just wait like 5 minutes or whatever.
And I will. I am not.
No, Rich is gonna.
I
get
am
one
not
for you.
entered in anything, and I will not enter anything. so everybody is safe from Mundo from winning anything. So
All right, let's go with another easy one. Where was Yoda's home in his final years? Comment.
Spelling count.
yeah, first comment,
Do,
first commenter.
Everybody on screen, stay out of the comments.
What's up, JT? What's up, Titan?
Titans in the house.
Fern.
I think we got.
Oh, there we go.
Who got it? Who got it? Oh, Jim Smith. I knew Jim Smith knew the answer.
Tits in the house.
I think Jim got it first.
Yep.
Yeah, Jim got it. Yep,
All
Jim
right,
got it.
Jim, this is yours.
No.
Nope.
That's not how you spell it. Badak Sama. Badak
Oh, are we doing? Are we
Spelling
doing
counts.
spelling?
Come on.
Spelling counts, yes.
Never named. Got it spelled right.
No,
And then?
that's Dogoba. That's Dogoba.
All right. Is that right?
No.
No.
Togo.
Ego bath.
Dogoba.
Oh no, that's actually not.
Oh
spelled
my
right.
God.
Yeah, the spelled it right. Is Badak?
Badak
Yeah.
Sama.
Badak
Yep, he got it
Sama.
right.
right?
Got it spelled right. I didn't know that was a rule.
I didn't know it was
I
a
didn't
rule
know that was a
either.
rule.
I didn't know either.
But there's more.
Oh,
So
right.
we'll give it. Who's Badak? Badak, this is yours.
Listen, someone's got to write these rules down.
We should have came up with this beforehand.
There's going to be litigation if there's no.
You're gonna have to
Yeah, there is.
Man,
There's gonna be litigation here.
against us.
Well, that's why we're going to start out with the smaller giveaway.
Okay,
and
Chris,
then work up to the bigger giveaway, so that way when we get to that one, we should have it down right. Shouldn't
We have a ton of these blade plugs, so
A
Badak.
ton of blade plugs and apparently a ton of rules.
Oh, Scott says, yeah. Scott says I was born in '72. I was 5 when I first saw Vader take Luke's hand. Whoa.
Barrett, you're gonna have to write all the rules now, dude.
I'm writing them down now.
I had nightmares when I saw Gremlins.
Oh,
I was 7.
that gave an entire generation of children that there was no Santa
Badak,
Claus.
if you message us on Instagram, we'll send it out to you.
Never name says, damn typo.
Typo.
One letter away from a blade plug.
Ah,
Man.
All right, someone needs to pull up the rules of Jeopardy.
And then
Just put it on the screen, all right?
I'll make you one, and
Yeah,
I'll try to make you one, dude. Hey,
Three
3
edge
inches
forward
in
with
the
that. I'm all
house.
signed up, almost down to the
yeah.
wire.
the link of the Pentestar giveaway is in the description. Anthony has also put it up in the live chat the entire time. Actually, how
I'll
many?
put it in again.
How many people we got signed up for that?
Yeah, check that
Hey,
out.
3 inch.
39
3
people
inch. You
signed
need
up for
them.
that giveaway. So
1 in 39 chance is pretty good.
pretty good. John, you didn't sign up, right?
Only twice.
Only twice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Don't worry, guys. I didn't sign in, so don't worry about me.
John, you don't really need to sign up because this is yours.
That's mine? Dude.
That is yours. Just finished it today for you.
Thank you. Well, now I got to play.
Mundo, you got one coming.
That's
in the
awesome.
mail.
Oh, I know. Thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. Dude, you're going to bring me to tears, bro.
You need a
Thing.
Is it this?
Oh,
This
there
is?
you go. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, hey, John, did you ever go by James's website to check out the gigawatt sound font?
Oh, yeah, that thing is awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
I was just playing around with it. I was playing around again with it this morning. I was like, I said, like, John's coming on. I was like, dude, I got to ask him. And if he didn't, I got it on the saber right here so we can put it on and, like, showcase it.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Oh, by the way, as a big Star Wars and Back to the Future fan of myself, we should also celebrate the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future.
Oh.
Absolutely.
No one cares.
I love Back to the Future.
Oh yeah,
So good.
Back to the Future, and it has a great life.
I just saw the musical. Has anyone seen the musical yet for Back to the Future?
No.
I
It was
wanted to, yeah.
really,
They're doing that
really
big thing.
good.
Have
It
any
was
of you seen what they're doing in Universal California right now?
No.
So right now in Universal California, they're doing until I think it's until May 18th, like fan something nights or something like that, where they've got actors that are Marty McFly, Doc Brown. They're reenacting scenes of Back to the Future. They've got the clock tower all set up.
I saw that.
It looks amazing, and everything's literally on the set where it was filmed. That is unbelievable.
And that's the studio tour.
Ooh, dude.
Is, wow.
Wow.
Very nice.
That's a nice one.
That is killer, dude.
It is. It
Ventress,
is.
tell me some of you at least watched Tales
Dude.
of the World today.
So good.
I watched it.
So good.
This
So
afternoon.
good.
It was very
Oh.
good.
It answered what Ventress is like one of my favorite from the animated world, right? And then I got mine
Yeah.
Mhm.
over here.
You know what? I will
And
admit,
it's like she had one of the most confusing characters for a while because you needed to read the book to understand this, that, and the other thing. But then she came back in what was that other show with the
Bad Batch.
in
Bad Batch?
Yeah.
But then you're like,
Bad
why was
Batch.
she still there? If you read the book and they answered it literally right in those
Perfectly.
first scene, it was
Perfect.
perfect.
So good.
Wade Filoni
Perfect.
knew what he was doing. He knew he made an in that. I feel like he planned this for a long time.
I think so.
I want
I
more
think so.
content with her. She would be.
I
she's
want.
awesome.
How does she not have a show?
I don't know.
I think they should put one.
Good.
Oh, look at that, dude.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, that's nice. color.
Reese, dude, amazing, man.
Killer, bro.
Thank you.
Nice job, Reese.
John, what hill is that?
Dude.
Damn.
You have learned well, Reese. Well, you have.
Wow.
I'm sure from your end,
Yeah, that was crazy with the flash.
Anthony, you have taught him well, my friend.
Hell
You have
yeah.
taught him well.
Yeah, Reese.
I forgot one more thing. For tonight, during the duration of this live stream, we do have a special coupon code for our website. It is May 4th, all caps. I'll put it in the description, actually. And I think, Anthony, are you putting it up on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's just for tonight, and I think for the entire week. Well, this coupon code is save 15%. That's just for tonight, and for the entire week, we'll do a 10% off just to celebrate the good old Star Wars holidays.
Adventurous.
Now, John, remember I had picked this up over there at Barnes and Nobles, and I told you about this little lightsaber kit, right? And I'm actually kind of disappointed in this thing.
What
I
is
really
it?
am. I mean, it
Oh,
is
yes,
the
yes, yeah,
Star
yeah.
Wars
I remember the
lightsaber
thing,
engineering
yeah.
kit,
Right.
right?
oh yeah, those are good.
This thing, and I picked it up at Barnes and Noble for $16, right? It's $14.99 plus tax, and you have all these little parts and stuff, and it has I guess fiber optic LED inside of there, right? Well, I put one together last night so that we could check it out. And
That's pretty cool.
I mean, it looks cool. It does.
I told
Right?
you.
3.5 there. I
It
guess.
looks cool, but the LED is non-existent.
Is it on?
I mean, it's on. See
Oh,
it?
that's on?
It's on.
Oh, no, we got to change
No,
that.
you got to talk to John's boy who makes those.
Yeah, you need a
Saber.
See this?
Yeah, you need,
I mean,
you need
it's
to put a TriStar blade on there, bro.
right. So I'm
You
like,
see it in
oh
the
my
dark?
god, dude! I'm gonna have to put. No, you can barely see it. I mean, you can just barely
Oh,
look at
wow.
that. Look,
Oh,
You see that? You
right.
barely
Yeah,
see it.
to get on top of.
That
I
thing
see
is
it now.
that's
There's,
right. That an
there's
Ultra
a
Sabers blade.
scale,
That thing is
that'd be like custom lightsaber.
I think Ultra Saber's got a hold of these people. Man, and so it's got the Kenobi.
Yeah,
It's got the Kenobi, and it's got a Vader, and it's got a Vader, right? So I'm thinking, like, man, I'm gonna modify this damn thing if I can. I'm gonna pull the LED that they have in here, and I'm gonna put one of those RGB LEDs in here if I can modify it and really, really make it go. You know, it's wild, man. But and it really is a little hard to put together because the this part right here, you have to really stretch it out and to get it on there. So everything else is a little bit easy, but man, I tell you, this is like it's just like, oh my god. For $16, it could have been a little better, but oh well.
well.
It's I'll put them on a small display, right, crossed together.
Those Corbanth mini sabers, right?
The other one.
Mundo, I can telepathically hear your wife just disapproving of that purchase, and you know I'm right.
You mentioned the Corbanth mini sabers. The Corbanth mini sabers look cool.
Yes, those are great. Those are a legacy to the original ones made by MR. It's great to see those.
But those are like actual
Mhm.
metal and all. Or?
Yeah, and the attention to detail is just absolutely amazing.
And do those
Zoom in on this guy, man. This is one-
they're just, you know,
This is
Oh,
John's
yeah, look.
Creations one. Check this out.
Oh, that's
oh
cool.
let's see. Oh dude, look at that. You see?
So what is it?
I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
Oh dude,
John's
see?
cool.
I need
John's
those.
Creations one.
That looks good. I like the
Check it out.
metal too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
isn't it-
how much
it's
was-
pretty good?
Yeah.
This was it was 120.
No, not bad.
It's
Not bad.
Skywalker, do you copy?
Damn.
Cool.
It's like a jeweler with the mirror in the top. That's what he
Yeah.
did. With the mirror in the
Facelit.
you know? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Pretty good though.
I like that.
Bright blade. Yeah.
Right? It
Nice
is.
thin blade.
Man.
Oh, it's got a
Oh,
chassis.
and a mini
It's got a
chassis.
crystal
Man,
chamber,
with a crystal and everything.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And that's
Now that is definitely worth it. That is worth it.
That's pretty.
That
it's a
is
real
definitely
crystal
worth
in
it.
there. He's a genius, this guy, man. He really he built all this by hand. It's amazing. It's so nice.
So what trivia
Steven
question
got
do we
the
got to
hook.
answer to win that one?
Are we eligible for
Get
that?
on
one?
his great, and they're really amazing. You know? Really did a great job. Real rubber grips. I mean, this is real rubber grips on there. man.
Wow.
It's pretty
Man,
cool.
that's impressive. And that's supposed to be a keychain?
It's a keychain, yeah. Keychain.
Damn.
Wow.
Can
I need
imagine
one in
that
my
just
life,
hanging off your
man.
belt buckle? Yeah, can you imagine that just
Right?
hanging off your belt buckle? Walking around.
I have to make a really small sound font for this.
Oh,
You
no,
know?
no. Just
Yeah.
baby saber.
Now put like a
Yeah.
33 millimeter speaker on there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine I could put RGB in this thing then somehow.
Yeah. Put like a 30
bright. It's a
millimeter
big,
base
nice,
speaker
bright
on that
battery.
thing now.
Yeah, that thing's crazy.
A mini crystal focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I got a hard question for that one.
All right, we're gonna do our next giveaway. So let's prepare for our next giveaway. Is actually something that's not new. It's actually something that's quite old, but maybe someone's interested in it. Reese is getting it right now. Let me switch cameras here.
There we go.
Oh my
Goodness.
god.
A Master of Replicas
Wow.
Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. This is actually his episode 2 version.
Oh, that
Sweet.
And it
Works
actually
completely.
works.
darn.
It's working! It's working!
Let me just say,
It was with the foam from, what was this, 2005?
no,
Yeah.
2002.
Okay,
So
was
here
that
it is, right
was
here.
that zapped, by the way? Was that zapped with Scott Baio from the 80s?
Yes.
That clip?
Yes, yes. Oh God, I'm not the only
I
one.
might have that movie.
With Heather Thomas.
I love that movie.
Wow.
Yes.
Reese,
So here
that
it is.
paper
Wow,
was
very
from
good.
2002, and like the battery compartment, like it's dated. Like the Vader from 2000, the Vader A New Hope from 2002 was like more advanced than
That
that,
should be
and
brighter, and that's
like,
crackly.
it was so like
That thing is
that's
huge.
a unicorn.
That's like the Disney one.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, this is the Anakin Attack of the Clones lightsaber. We gotta charge it up a little bit, but it works perfectly fine. Speaker works, everything works. So to win this one is another trivia question. This one I think is a little bit harder. What planet is Obi-Wan from?
That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
He said
I
it in
don't
the
even know
show,
that.
right? Didn't he say it in the
I
show?
think it came up in like one interview, so if you saw that, then you would know.
Wow.
If it's too hard, I'll switch to a different
That's actually a good one, Reese. That's
Oh,
actually a good
whoa!
one.
Somebody got it. Did really? Yeah, Cine Presto.
Cinepresto got it. It's
Oh,
still done.
wow!
Cinepresto
Wow.
got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Way to go, man. Way to go.
Follow us on Instagram, and we'll.
Dude.
Way to go, dude.
Wow, cool.
Nice job.
You know, what? Everybody's like they're just waiting like this.
Way to go.
I'm sensing a powerful mind.
Ian, thank you.
Now the question is,
Do it
the
then,
question really is,
but
was it the first real answer, or was it the answer off of the internet because you just typed it in there faster than everybody else? This is the problem with trivia online. It really comes down to who can Google faster than the other.
Exactly.
Sin Presto got it. Nice job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you do know it's basically a short of Jon Stewart, you know.
Is from like Green Lantern?
No, Jon Stewart, as in the comedian.
The comedian guy?
Yeah, according to Wikipedia, it was coined by George Lucas at Celebration 5 in Orlando, Florida. He was interviewing George Lucas, and he asked the name of Obi-Wan's home planet, and Lucas jokingly replied it was called Stew John. And then the rest is history.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, you are the creator of if you created the thing, you can put the stamp on whatever you want. And this was back then, so yeah.
Children, we won't be going back to the fleet. You're about to be the first children from the stars to set foot on the planet Earth.
Yeah. Wow, that was that was like an interrupting cow. But I mean, congratulations to
Charlie.
Because I mean, I don't know what you're going to do with it, but I hope you find a way to be able to restore it with a better LED, because those hilts, I mean, it depends on what you're going to do with them. But personally, I mean, like, for example, this is a 2007 ANH Luke. Like, it's got Profi installed and it looks amazing. Like, and to see something like that that's over 20 years old be be refurbished and basically breathe new life into it, I think it's worth, a whole lot.
That's awesome.
I think Master Replicas should come back out with updated.
Right?
The
Yeah.
problem
This one's a
because-
Hasbro.
Because
This one's a Hasbro.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the
yeah.
thing.
Cassie,
Hasbro.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's-
know Master Replicas disappeared for quite some
Oh,
time, but they
It
seem
looks
to
like
be
you
coming
changed-
back.
You swapped it
Yeah.
around. You swapped
Just
the
love
clampers
these,
on
man.
that one.
We actually,
Oh, that looks great.
Wait, no.
yeah.
Oh,
My shorty blade. It's too
Yeah.
bright though, man.
My
Yeah,
first
they're
installment
doing,
line
they're doing like
version
other replicas
of
now.
that saber.
Emmanuel, the giveaway for the Pentastar is going to be in about 15 minutes, right? Reese, something like that.
Yeah,
I
it
think
should
that's
be.
when we'll
Let's
do it.
let me check. Where did I put it at? Oh, no, it just finished. My bad. Pentestar giveaway. Oh my gosh.
What do you mean it just finished?
No, like, oh my god.
That's right.
No, Emmanuel was asking like when is it going to be decided?
It is decided. It says that it's finished.
Okay,
Should I
so
keep it going longer or?
It's up to you guys. I mean,
let's have it go another 10 minutes for people to enter.
Another 10 minutes?
Emmanuel,
Okay.
Emmanuel has been decided that you are on this council, but you are not a master.
I'll do it for 10:30.
Did anybody go see Sith in the theater?
wow. That was. I went and saw it, and it still hits home. Wow.
That green is outrageous. That's so great.
John, what hill is that?
oh,
John?
dude, that green looks phenomenal.
It
That's
does.
great.
Jeez.
Oh, look at that. Jesus, man.
Boy.
Wow, that's a bright saber.
I need it.
Is that the hill from Acolyte?
No, this is my hilt, the
It's-
Shadowfall.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool,
Nice.
man.
See it. That's awesome.
Like it looks like a more like your Shadowfoil hilt looks like more of a modern like take on Ventress's hilt when it's not curved.
Yeah, okay. I see
Yeah, a
that.
little bit. I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit.
That's a nice one.
Is that your second design? John?
That's the second one. Yeah, the
Cool.
third one, the Scrap Flex that we did just came out.
Good.
today.
I need to.
Oh, okay, that was yours too. That's cool. So
Yeah.
how are you designing this?
Yeah.
Thing?
Say it again.
How are you designing these? Are you just
How
giving
many-
them, like ideas?
So
and they're giving
I'm
you
like just
feedback?
doing. I do sketches. So I'm sketching everything out, and I send them over to Vader Sabers, and he goes back and forth with the different design teams and stuff like that, depending on where we're going. Then they start 3D modeling, and they start sending over images and 3D models of everything, and I start tweaking things, change this. This went through a bunch of changes. That new Scrap Flex that we put out today. I was actually showing him the original, which I liked a lot more.
It looks
Right.
looks way better. Yeah.
But it over time it evolved to more of a tribute saber of parts that we know and an Anakin 3 top. But we wanted a 1-inch rather than that standard 7/8 that's always on an Anakin.
Yeah.
So it was like they send something back, I tweak something, they change it. Russell tweaks something, here and there for something. So it's a lot of just back and forth, but it's all based on like original sketches we did.
That's cool.
But
Very
I
cool.
think I
Well,
think it looks.
I hope they continue to make them, John, because I want one of those shadow foils.
Yeah. That
I
duality
hope they
was really
continue to make them.
cool. After the original design, that was really
Yeah,
cool.
the duality's good too.
You know what would
Right,
be
sure.
a good sound font for the your new Scrapflex, John, is K-Sith Scraptech. It's the one that
Which one?
the Scraptech sound font by K-Sith.
Okay.
It's the one that he
I
went.
have that. That's a good one.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it would be incredible because basically a sound font that sounds like it's broken is perfect for a Scrapflex or an amalgamation of parts that looks like a Scrapflex, like even like the Derelict from '89 Sabers. Like it works because it just looks like it's a bunch of cobbled together stuff.
Right. Yeah, and I thought it was really cool that it turned into a Scrap Flex rather than the original design. and we were able to time it for. It was just like a really cool tribute of just parts that we liked.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And what I really wanted for the handle part was something that could look really cool wrapped or unwrapped. You know what I mean? So Master Soul from Acolyte, you know, even though a lot of people don't like the show, which, you know, it's irrelevant to this, the middle part of, you know, he kind of had like the two fins and then had that middle part. The middle part of that I thought was really cool. It was just like black rings. I'm like, that would look cool just as a handle, but if you wanted to wrap it, it would also look great wrapped. You know, so it's just ideas back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So it's a fun process.
Okay, so there's a couple more minutes left to enter for to win the Pentestar 600 LED blade. We're going to do that in just a couple minutes. So anybody's got any friends or anything that didn't enter, call them up right now, text them, tell them to get on here and get on that link and enter to win. And we'll do the drawing for that in just a couple minutes. Reese, does the person have to be here to win, or how does that work?
The way that the system is set up, I don't think so. It automatically picks the person. So hopefully
if they've entered, they can win, even if they're not in the room right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Should we do another blade plug giveaway?
That'd be cool.
Another simple one, I guess.
I say that all the time. I like it.
I like it.
Great. Damn.
I like it.
The first commercial lightsaber I think they did.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's this guy I follow on Instagram who actually was able to collect the original one, and so
Wow.
that's cool.
Now, James, I got a question for James and Rich here because you guys have the 3D printers, right? You guys, have you all at one time thought about 3D printing some of the ships, like the X-wing, the Falcon, or even maybe like Vader's ship?
So I know that there's a really cool Star Destroyer model that's floating around. People have printed like really, really big. I think Robert Sotomayor did that. For me, I don't usually do the ships because it's like they're like more like model kits. I guess you'd have to do it individual pieces and put them together. I don't know. I never really thought about it, to be honest with you. But the ship, the
Millennium.
The Millennium Falcon.
So yeah, I'm gonna print the big one. So I found a model online and I just got it, and I ran out of filament, so I have to get more. But in project, printing it all white.
I honestly thought about when I get the 3D printers is 3D printing the ships instead of buying them. Like, fuck, I might as well go ahead 3D print them out so that I could put the LEDs and a CFX.
You could do little guys like this. I mean, these things are really great. They come with stands. You could get these on like Fab 365 and stuff. That's what I like to print, the little models. But the one for myself, I'm gonna make the big one with the interior and gonna light it up and everything. And there's several out there already, but I'm just gonna try my hand at my own.
Because I have not.
Is this brighter than in this one?
I have not.
Is it fully charged and that one's not?
Oh, they were both.
Oh my gosh,
this one's even brighter than the other one.
Look at this.
This is Xeno. No, you know what? I charged both these batteries before.
Huh.
This is a Xeno.
You know what? It could be the wiring.
Now, are you guys which 3D model kind of program should I use when I get the 3D printer? I mean, what do you recommend?
Need to print or to design?
No, well, to design. I mean, there's Fusion 360.
I'm the
But-
worst person to ask for that part because I use an old animation software to do my chassis and stuff, which is not what everybody uses. They use Fusion and Tinkercad. I use Lightwave. It's an old school program, but
Dude, I'm open for anything, man, because the
Learn the
more
right way.
choices that I have, the
don't do
better.
like me.
Yeah,
You should just learn the right way because I'm too far down the path.
I'm old.
I mean, Fusion 360
Dude,
is
I'm
great.
old.
You could do a lot of stuff on Tinkercad. You can use
That is so bright.
Autodesk. There's a whole bunch of different softwares that you can, utilize. It's a matter of how much you want to pay and monthly and all that stuff. But you could do a lot. You could do a lot with them. The paid versions.
There's
I'm using Design 123, and that thing is great. I could do whatever on that, and it's awesome.
So,
It's an older software, like you said.
And are the slicer software stuff the same too? You have to have a subscription.
The real popular one people use is Orca. It's kind of like open source, but honestly, if you get a Bamboo, their slicer is just fine. I don't have to change anything. I just default settings, beautiful prints. Without
I've heard about the Orca. I've heard about the Orca, but
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why I'm asking is so that I can start getting myself prepared for when I buy a 3D printer.
So the biggest problem with 3D printers
now
is the tinkering. Like if something goes wrong, and that's where Bamboo is so great because they figure out all the crap that could go wrong with like different filaments, and they just make it all work. So it's like the Apple of 3D printers. It's just you plug it in, you hit print, you get your object. It's great. Like I have a Elegoo, which is nice, but it takes a lot to get that thing to not fail, especially on like helmets and stuff.
Yeah, I bought to be honest with you, I bought that Creality, the V3 Plus, man, and that thing is just it's a beast. It's just so fast, and it's just and like you said, if you tweak it right and you get the right software and stuff, it's amazing.
You can
now,
dial.
I've been hearing good things about the V3. Yeah,
I've got a lot of great things out of it. Never had any.
And if you get crazy and do resin printing, you're just nuts.
Oh yeah,
it's just
it's a lot of resin. I can't do the chemicals, so that's.
I just do it for my chambers. Like I literally just I'll make a chamber, print it there, and just that's all it's used for. I don't do it for like statues.
Oh, I mean,
just the crystal chambers.
I mean, the crystal chamber you made for me is just I love it, dude. I really love it. So.
No, I'm glad, man. That's my favorite part.
Oh, dude.
This is the best part.
I've gotten 2 chassis from Rich so far, and I love both of them, and I can't wait to put that crystal chamber into the balance hilt, and it's just like, oh my god, he's just made some amazing chassis, man. So
appreciate it, man.
I have a lot to learn from you guys. Like I said. I need to take that next step when I get a chance. Is to take that next step to get some new skills put into my life, and start doing some more stuff like that. But it does take time. So for all the newbies out there watching this, make sure you take notes, guys, because even an old goat like me, man, is still learning stuff. So take your time. Make sure you learn from guys like this. So.
I got in the hobby space. You were putting stuff out there, Harris when he was doing stuff. I mean, all those days you guys had your old Saber talks. They were great. Just to listen to them, like,
oh my god, I miss Harris so much.
Me too.
I miss Harris so much.
Yeah,
I watched some Gabe. I watched some of the old videos from back then too, with when you and Anthony and Harris started. Oh man, I tell you.
It's fun stuff, and this hobby's come a long way in the last 5 years. It's crazy.
The Pentestar giveaway is officially closed. I'm drawing the person right now.
Wait, actually, while Reese is drawing that winner, we will play a little tribute to Harris. It's since he couldn't be with us tonight. He is
He's
here.
Force Ghost.
Let's
He's in the Force Ghost.
play. Yeah, a little Force Ghost tribute. I don't know if Harris ever got to see
Yeah, the Harris.
To
To
Harris.
Harris.
To Harris.
Thank you guys. One lucky winner will get a Pentastar. I don't know if Harris ever saw the Pentastar. Maybe we hadn't created it yet. I don't remember. But
I don't
one
think
lucky
he
winner
did. I don't think I think he got to the Pentastar, but not the
maybe I
the
got to the
Quad Star.
Star, but not the Pentastar.
Yeah, you got to the Quad Star, not to the Pentastar. But man, oh my goodness.
So Reese's
You
computer
know-
is calculating the winner as we speak.
Yeah.
Let's do this. All right. The winner is Jeffrey Bilger. So
Jeffrey
you want-
Bilger.
good job.
Good job,
Are you in
Jeffrey.
the chat? Good job. Are you in the chat?
All right.
Jeffrey?
Okay.
Jeffrey, you're live.
It took me my whole life. But I'm gonna die a winner.
Jeffrey, I say that every day of my life that I get another day to laugh and do this stuff, man.
Jeffrey, hello? You home? I don't think he's home.
Damn it, Jeff!
Jeff the Shark's not here.
I know he follows on Instagram, so he's probably if you make an announcement on Instagram, he will
He
see.
follows us on Instagram? Okay.
Cool.
So we'll send that over to
Damn
him.
it, Jeff.
So Jeffrey's got a new toy.
Whoa, a new toy!
That is one movie I wished I never made a remake of.
Oh, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that remake.
3
was
of them.
lame.
No,
Oh,
yeah, no,
what
that's
an
right.
abomination.
I didn't play the game.
They didn't even try, man.
I think they tried to make it all slick and stuff, and it just didn't have the same impact.
Oh yeah, that movie was.
Talk about nightmares. That's that one scene that could give you nightmares.
We all saw.
I feel
it
like I'm-
young,
Man.
probably.
When they made those other movies, man, I'm like, I feel like I got shot in my crotch like that poor guy.
I mean, the
I mean,
TV show
seriously,
was
they had
better
to
than
save the
remake.
hand. I mean, of everything else, just the one hand, That didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Remake.
I would watch the TV shows.
Yeah, but there's
times more than
I
would watch
agree.
the
There's
remake.
just some movies you shouldn't remake at all.
No. Like if you try and remake the original trilogy, you're going to have a riot on your hands.
Oh yeah.
Like there will be people outside of Disney ready to storm and literally, like, I don't know, tar and feather Kathleen Kennedy.
Well, she's gone at the end of the summer
She's
anyway,
gone.
right? Yeah. I want to see.
Yeah,
more
she's
stuff.
gone.
Her.
Well,
I wanna see
it's
more
it's
stuff
even
with-
like
with
Back
the
to the
original
Future.
trilogy.
They can't go back and remake those first ones. They would have to make a whole new generation.
To
of
reboot
that.
it, maybe.
Maybe like, hey, 40, 50 years later, someone found the diagrams and pieces of, the DeLorean left, and they would have to just move on and make a whole new Back to the Future time.
Well, they said they have like
If
some
they
kind of a
face
deal.
plant an actor with AI, they could do that too.
Well, I think Robert Zemeckis has a deal. Like as long as he's alive, it can't be.
yeah,
remade.
no one can make it.
That's
So
cool.
that's. I mean, that's.
Yeah. Which thank
So,
God.
so it would be.
Well, I mean, because eventually you're gonna die. I mean, that's a given. So
Look,
eventually
somewhere
they're waiting.
down the line, they will make another one eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I mean,
Of
30
Back
years
to the
ago was
Future?
1990, right? I mean,
I don't think it'll be in our lifetime though.
no, I hope not. I don't want to see it.
I'll
No,
just ignore.
I mean-
like I ignored Snow White.
yeah.
Why mention that shit, dude? Oh my god.
Okay, let's shift it to another thing. Andor season 2. Who's watched the recent?
Good stuff.
Yeah, the
It's
Goron,
not bad. It's not bad.
amazing. I actually in summer 2018 I got to visit Budapest and in Hungary, and the cafe and the interior reminds me of those cafes, like those like little like speakeasies in places where artists and writers and journalists would meet in the late 19th, early 20th century to, discuss ideas. And the cafe in the show in Gorman has that aesthetic, which I absolutely love. And Tony Gilroy really just captured that, that Central European look when it came to representing what Gorman is.
I like the show. I like it a lot. It's
Andor is it's
They actually get justice.
movie show, but
Cinepresto, I doubt it. I doubt Budapest is a planet in Star Wars. And besides, Gorham is more based off of the French than the Hungarians.
Yeah, the accent, the language is very similar to French.
All the actors for Gorham, French
it really is.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, they did. I mean, it's a good show. I'm interested to see where it goes, and then probably this next arc is supposed to be like the best one of the four.
Yeah, each week has been building a little bit.
The second Gorham massacre is going to happen. Mon Mothma is going to deliver her speech. Like, this is where
Or go to another rave.
Yeah.
9 months.
That was her last hurrah, right? Wasn't that the whole point?
Okay, so what does everybody think about the recasting of Senator Organa?
I think it's scheduling.
I like it. Actually, I think it's not bad.
Like the actor.
I have no issue with it because first off, Benjamin Bratt did a great job, and secondly, Tony Gilroy came out before the show and said this was going to happen. So all the people that are making a big fuss about it, shut up. We did not.
That's what I like. Number one, the actor's good. And I wasn't like so surprised. And both sides, the Lucasfilm side and the actor that originally played him for the past 25 or 23 years, or whatever. They said they both tried and could not get their schedules to sync up.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to move on at some point, right?
He could always come back and play it. It's not like
there's plenty of opportunities for Bail Organa for Jimmy Smith's Bail Organa.
Jimmy Smith's, well, you have to, I mean, people also have to understand that Jimmy Smith is a lot older now too. And you're looking at a younger version of Organa at that point.
By a year or two, by like 3 years.
Yeah. So Brett, I think it's a good choice because he's a little bit younger than Jimmy Smith's, right? So it makes sense to have him, and he looks almost like Jimmy.
I mean,
he looks a little bit like Jimmy Smith, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To tell the story.
Yeah. Did anybody watch the Patterson cuts of Obi-Wan and Ahsoka?
I have, yes.
That Ahsoka one is like top tier Star Wars for me.
They're so much better than what Disney put out.
So much better.
Yeah.
And it's a shame people don't know it exists, but it's just like I watched that whole thing and was like, wow, this is.
But see, like that's how Disney should be putting out shows.
Exactly.
We watched the Tales of the Underworld today.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting them all out at one shot. Like why? Because there was the two segments. You had Cad Bane and you had Ventress.
Right.
Why couldn't you just release the 3 episodes as one episode? Or do all 6 episodes as one storyline? Or it's like I don't understand the whole formatting they do of these 10-minute episodes.
Yeah,
it's series shows. They want you to come back for more.
Yeah, but
Ventress come back for more.
It's a money pit.
Think that, but when they're putting them all out at one time, what are you coming back for? It's not a weekly show.
It might be something. It might be something as simple as the amount of content is classified as 3 things of content instead of 1 thing of content. So it's like you get more for your money in some marketing world that they have X amount of content Star Wars shows. I don't know. I mean,
but you look at Andor. Andor shows are like 50 minutes each.
But they're still individual. They still do 3, which is like a commitment at a night. It's like it's a 3-hour night commitment if you're going to watch.
Yeah. But I'm more talking like why are they doing these 10-minute clips versus why didn't they just make all 3 just a half-hour show? Or a 40-minute episode.
Nice.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like You know,
Right.
they stop the show, then it's like 5-10 minutes of credit. Just you're putting them all out at one shot anyway. We're not doing a weekly basis. Just make these tales a film, a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Make it
wish there were
half-hour.
more of them. Like that was the
They
thing.
could have
I
done
didn't want it
easily.
to
They
end.
could have done that easily, but they
Super.
want more money. It's the money.
Yeah.
But
just want you to
what
keep
money
coming
could they
back
be
and-
getting different by putting them all out at the same time versus taking it, cutting up the same?
Maybe
You know what I
they
mean?
can
Like
syndication
you're not holding
someday on some
anybody's-
other network. I don't know.
you're not holding anybody's like
Right.
attention
Probably a
span to
battle
come
between
back next
networks.
week.
Yeah, it could be a network thing though, John. Like if they license it out to some other network or like DVDs or some kind of whatever, some kind of other media that they can charge X amount of more advertising to be able
They'll
to have
find
those
some way.
breaks.
But
Yeah.
the only thing they put out is
Yeah. I think it all has to do with the advertising.
Andor. You know, these are more like Disney Plus shows. The only thing they've ever released was on Hulu, and they pretty much own Hulu.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Mhm.
like I can't find the logic in anything as far as there is no networks that are showing these things. There's no DVDs really anymore.
Yeah.
You know, DVDs are almost a thing of the past for the most part.
It could be
You know?
it could be like lawyers for just having future royalty, kind of thing. Or maybe it
Mhm.
has
They
to do
just
with,
want
like,
to keep the merchandise and they keep the movies going because number one, remember when the movies came out? Once the movie's done, that's done. Then you talk about it for another 2 years until the next sequel comes out. So it's a 2-hour show to watch everything. But now what they got you with these series is they keep pumping it out. Season 1. Oh wait, season 2's coming. Oh, should I keep my subscription at
Right,
$10 a month?
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's a totally different thing. You're talking about seasons. I'm talking about how they're releasing episodes.
Yeah, but it's still the same thing. It's still the
It's
same
not
thing. I'm
like
building.
because you're talking about like Tales of the Jedi that came out like 2 years ago, or I'm like, oh yeah, great, I want to go see the Tales of the Sith or Tales. Of, you're looking at completely different stories. But like today, May 4th,
that's true.
you know what I mean? Like today, May 4th, they released all at the same time, all 6 episodes
Right.
of this season. First 3
Oh.
were Ventress. Why weren't the first 3 just a 30-minute show? Why are they cutting it into these pieces of 10-minute little snippets?
Yeah.
You know, like it's just a weird concept to me
Yeah.
that here's everything, but I'm going to put it into episodes. It's like just like tonight, we're doing a live stream. What if we stopped it 5 times and we
Right.
turned it into episodes?
Yeah.
I,
That
you know what I
I
mean?
agree. I see what you mean.
You
Yeah.
know, like seasons. I'm
Yeah.
cool with seasons.
So-
different stories,
Yeah.
different.
I think it
You know,
has. I think it has to
but
do with the
longer
money
shows.
factor.
But
The
longer
money
shows.
factor of it.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
I
I
mean-
wish they would put out longer. Like this whole Ventress thing, man. They could have done a whole series on her.
I mean, yeah, seriously, I would
Yeah,
love
they
to see
could have.
because she was phenomenal. But I
Yeah,
always say the
she
same.
still
I always say
might.
the same thing when it comes to
I always
Star
wait
Wars
till the
now.
last minute. It's like Pulp Fiction. We go back, we go forward in time to stuff we haven't seen before, and all of a sudden they pull us all back.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Honestly, I do enjoy the filling these small Tales episodes because they fill in arcs, like for example with Ventress. But I really am hoping that Lucasfilm starts branching out and going be well before like the prequel trilogy, back sort of like the Acolyte, but we need KOTOR, we need SWOTOR, we Exar Kun, we need those stories to come back. Like,
Yeah, Anthony, we need XR Kun.
seriously, the thing about those stories that would be incredible to tell is because those stories were a niche part of the fandom back in the day, and only like certain parts of the fandom, like if you know your Star Wars stuff, you will know what they are. But to the general public, if you were to ask like a 15-year-old what if they know what KOTOR was, it's like, no, what's that? Knights of the Old Republic, no, what's that? You know who Dark Revan is? No, what's that? They're not going to know.
I would take all of them in this animated form. I
Me too.
don't even need movies.
Yeah.
Like the animated
Right.
series are phenomenal, and they can do.
They
I
are.
feel like they could probably pump them out a little bit faster, with better
I
visuals and storytelling, rather than trying to. We're going to cast this per. Who would you cast as Ventress? You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's
I
like
mean,
I
Yeah,
Charlie
feel like-
Theron.
Huh?
Charlie Theron. Easy.
Actually, you know who?
She'd be
You know who?
perfect.
I
She
would.
would be perfect. She'd be
How
perfect.
about that
want
girl
Smith
that
in there,
plays the
man.
Silver
Smith.
Surfer?
I can't get.
She's
I
like
can't-
weird. She's like
I can't
skinny
get-
and weird.
I would have.
Right.
10 years ago, I would have said Karen Gillan.
Keira Knightley.
Mm.
Keira Knightley.
Okay,
No.
I don't know the actress's name, but did you guys ever watch that series called The Almighty Johnsons?
No.
No.
No. Okay, if you have not seen that, it's basically it's a group of brothers who are basically reincarnations of the Norse gods, Thor, Odin,
I
and
think I saw the trailer for
a
that.
few other. Okay, so go back and watch this. Okay, and there's a lady in there who is supposedly oh gosh, I forgot what her role was in this, but she's a short haired lady, right? And this is all almost like an English type show. And the she's trying to kill the brother that is supposed to be Odin reincarnated, right? No, excuse me, Thor reincarnated. And so she tries to kill him in the beginning, and then basically kind of becomes friends with him later on. Anyway, that actress right there, I would put her as Ventress. So you guys got homework. If you have not seen The Almighty Johnsons, watch that and see if you guys agree with me or disagree with me on that part.
What
But
about
I think
what about Michelle Smith, man? She's amazing.
Oh,
Have
is
you
her
ever seen
name
stuff?
Sam? Is her
Oh,
name
yeah.
Sutherland?
Michelle
I have
Smith's
no
crazy,
idea.
man.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fern
I almost
Sutherland.
don't care who they would cast as long as they could embody like the physicality of Ventress. Like I love Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, but she cannot.
Oh yeah.
She cannot wield those sabers the way Ahsoka needs to wield those sabers.
Yeah.
Like the way that they've done it in the cartoon. You could get a nobody who's like what's his name? Like the guy from.
Why do they let her do it? Like, why don't they have a stunt woman?
I don't know.
They
Maybe
actually
because she
have a
wants
stunt
to.
woman. They do have stunt women.
Yeah, they do have A's. Yeah.
But even
Like they
still,
should do it for
she's
every
just,
And I know
angle.
She's being
I
portrayed
think
as
she
an
does
older
try to do a
person
lot
now,
of
though,
the
so.
stuff
Like
herself.
every
She's
movement should be a stunt.
She's being
person.
portrayed as an older person though, so she probably can't, probably arthritis or
I don't
something.
know. I
I
just
think say what you will about Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, but Ariana Greenblatt as young Ahsoka in the flashback.
she was great. She was
Yeah,
great.
she was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
but there's something about the way Ahsoka, the way she was animated, the fluidity of her was just really hard to get across in live action.
Well, there's a lot of things I feel like
Yeah.
being animated. You
I
just
agree
can't
with that.
capture
You're
live.
limited.
Yeah.
Like for example,
You know,
if Disney, I feel like Disney or Lucasfilm need to use the animators who did the SWTOR trailers
Oh yeah,
for
those
a live action. Not for live action, but to do KOTOR. Like that
Well, I mean,
to do.
Well, it's hard to get actors to do a triple somersault and then spin their lightsaber under their leg.
Well,
and
it's a
then,
great start,
they
right?
catch
yeah,
it
but
with
you
their
know what?
fingers,
Like
you know?
you can do like a lot of wire work. I mean, if you watch like martial arts movies,
True,
and stuff
but
like that, a lot of
man.
the wire work is beautiful. But there's something
Nothing like the
different
animation.
about an animated thing with keyframes and stuff that they can do. Like they don't move naturally.
Yeah.
You know, like you watch a lot of these moves
That's for
from like the
sure.
animated shows. It's
I
like
agree.
they're these hyper
They do some weird
quick
stuff.
moves that kind of they just
Sure.
stop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like like there's I don't know. There's like it's a weird thing about the animation world that
I
a lot of
agree,
the stuff just doesn't translate well.
Like for example, if you try being Darth Treya and doing the multiple Force lightsaber effects in real life, it wouldn't work as well. Because sure, you have the magician's cane trick, but how do you expect an actress to do that to learn that while at the same time trying to fight? Like in animation, it's much easier to pull off.
Yeah.
well, did you see Clone
I mean,
Wars?
can't they do it like The Matrix or like the Superman movie Man of Steel? Remember when like the alien people were like
Yeah,
moving
but
like
you
they
think
were
of
in a
the
video
budget.
game?
The budget behind
Well, I think that would be. I think.
to do it live.
Yeah,
like,
but I think that also it
into
comes with the
CG
director's
world.
point of view.
It's a tremendous budget.
Mhm.
Yeah. And plus it
But
depends on the director.
you think they could probably do it like for a fraction of the budget by just doing really good animated shows. And then putting out a
Yeah.
show like this, like Tales of the Underworld, proves that they still know how to make shows that will really grab the Star Wars audience.
No, because it's
Mhm.
it's
You know?
based on the stuff
Right,
that Star
yeah.
Wars was based on. That's why it works.
Yeah.
It's like a western.
There's
That
the
was like what
direction.
Star Wars was.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of thing. Like that Cad Bane arc was
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah,
It's a deep cut.
I like Cad Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
was like an old western reversed and put into a sci-fi universe.
Mhm.
Because instead of the good guy, it's the bad guy.
Well, Cad Bane is kind of like the Clint Eastwood of the Star Wars universe.
No. Clint
In the bad guy sense. In the bad guy sense.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was a deep story, like with like way different than what I thought his character had any arc to at all. But it was really pretty heavy. But then the thing about what John was saying, the thing that sucks about the Tales of the Jedi is now it's over. It's like, or the Tales of the Underworld, it's over. Like,
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
I want more, but it's over now. It's like,
Yep. And now we've got to wait like another 2 years for
Hold on,
whatever.
right?
And chances are that's it. That's all we're getting of Ventress. They're going to move on to something else.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just wish they would. I mean, her character is really pretty awesome. I mean,
Oh,
I would love to see her.
I love Ventress, man. Love her.
Well, I mean,
Like,
her character
from
is now
those
open ended,
shows, like-
right?
I love this. Huh?
Her character is open ended now because she was dead,
Hold
and
on.
now she's alive, and now they can do whatever they want with her. 'cause she-
No spoilers.
Whatever. I mean, that was the
And then just said Anya
No
Taylor.
spoilers.
that's not a spoiler. She's alive.
That could work. Anya Taylor-Joy, that could work.
Yeah, that's cool. It's good. It's good. choice.
Technicality, but I could see it working. I mean, she did shave her head, so
She was Furiosa, so she kind of is Charlize Theron already. So it's kind of a
Yeah.
I think Charlize actually would be a good Ventress, man.
because she's
But Charlize is a lot older now.
that's what Ventress would be. I mean,
Ventress would be like,
Yeah, but you want to.
I guess she would be probably in
Ahsoka's
her
age. She's like
30s
a little older than
right
Ahsoka.
now, because we originally saw her with Anakin, and then now we're seeing her. We're in the timeline. Does this show full now?
So
Are
this
we
happened.
still like in a New Hope world?
No, this is pre Rogue One because it's
Yeah,
still on the
because-
path. It's like during Obi-Wan's.
Oh,
so it's
right,
like after
right,
Bad
more
Batch.
like
right.
well, I would say more like this was within the first 5 years after Revenge of the Sith, because keep in
Yeah.
mind, as we saw, the Empire was still using Venators, and a lot of the Imperial class Star Destroyers were still being constructed.
Yeah, it's in that time frame between Sith and New Hope within that 17 years or 15 years.
Basically, it's between Revenge of the Sith and Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
How they haven't made a Cal Kestis live action thing yet is
I don't know.
mind blowing.
It's one of the biggest.
Right. I was just thinking about
Two
that.
gigantic games, and the actor is
Yeah,
real.
they got the kid. What the hell's the problem?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
He's always at some
Like
Game
you couldn't get
movies.
a better. You couldn't get
That's
a better
what it
Cal
is.
Kestis than the guy who played.
Well, I think
And he's a good
more
actor.
right?
Like he's not just like a mocap actor.
Yeah.
He's an actual actor.
Like
Did you see him in?
he was great in Shameless.
In
Yes.
Gotham.
Yeah.
Gotham, right?
Psycho,
And
man. He's
Shameless.
so good.
He was good in the Shameless. I mean, everyone was good in that show.
Yeah.
I never kind of finished
Monahan,
watching
if
it,
I
but
ever meet him, I'm gonna
I've seen a
recommend for
bunch
his
of it.
autobiography. I'm gonna recommend for his autobiography, From Joker to Jedi: My Journey as an Actor.
It's a good one. Good.
If you think about it, he
That's
is kind
funny.
of taking up the reins of Mark Hamill, Jedi to Joker.
Yeah. it's good.
yes. Good point.
Yeah, From Joker to Jedi.
Yeah.
Let's do
Now,
that.
here's a question for all of you guys. Now,
More giveaways?
I was watching.
Yeah, we have more giveaways,
We have more
guys.
giveaways.
Let's give stuff away.
Yeah, I got
All right.
one here.
It's
Who
time
wants
for
their
a
own
giveaway.
Star Wars
Time for a giveaway.
We got giveaways. We got a TriStar sweatshirt right here. It's a large and a nice red color.
Ooh.
So let's do another trivia question. This one is actually brought to you by my brother. I honestly had no idea he knew Star Wars stuff.
Hold on one second. Let me play a TriStar video. It's just a shirt.
It's just a shirt. It's not the actual TriStar blade. It's just the shirt.
Just a shirt.
Every time I hear the TriStar, every time I hear a TriStar now, I'm gonna start looking at the moon every time I hear the TriStar now.
Let's go over the rules again. Correct.
Barris, are you making the rules? Do they have to spell it correctly?
Reese is making people spell like weird planets in a fictional universe correctly.
Yes, exactly. Gotta get it right. So yeah, correct spelling, and yeah, let's go into the question. What character is named after George Lucas's son?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Here we go.
He's got the books out. He's got the books out.
How many people left in the thing? Like all 19 of them are Googling right now.
Yeah, they're just.
Break the search engine.
I know the name. I don't know his name. I know the character he played in the movie. I remember that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
His
That
son was in the movie, yeah.
Yeah, his son was the
What?
Jedi
Yeah,
that
he was
saved
in,
Bail Organa.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was the young Jedi who got killed trying to save, like when Bail Organa
yeah, that's his
came
son.
in. That was George Lucas' son. But there's another character that's named after him.
His son's also in it, and with Mark Hamill's son is in episode 1 when they're at the pod. They're at the pod race when he's like checking it out, and he like Jar Jar like it's his
Yeah,
tongue.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
One of Anakin's friends is I think Hamill's kid.
Oh, is this it?
Oh.
It is it, but there's technically a first name to it. Should I give it to him? I'll let the council decide.
Get a first name.
I think you
Yeah,
should.
I
I
think
think
a
you should get it.
Just give it to him?
Yeah.
All right, and then you won. His name is
Hey, congratulations.
Jetstar. Jetster?
Jetster.
Jetster.
Dexter.
Dexter Jackson. Oh yeah, the guy from the
All right, in.
The Camino who tells about.
The danger signal, sword of omens. Give me sight beyond sight.
Have you guys seen the NeoPixel version of that?
Well,
I love it. I think
Sabers
it's
has
what
one.
I'm thinking of. I was telling Reese, I love that.
As made by Ultra
saber.
I've seen so
Ultra
much
Sabers.
with
Ultra
the
Sabers makes it.
NeoPixel version.
Yeah.
It's killer.
Yeah, I got that hilt. It's really nice, man.
We should
The
have
Ultra Saber one?
Yeah,
Wow, how big is it? It's got to be huge.
Hold on.
Yeah, go get it.
it's
Yeah,
big.
that is
Yes.
good.
You're gonna see it. We got to see
I
it.
just did an install of Ultra Sabers.
I wanted to display with
Ross, and it was
the
just
claw
massive.
glove and then the sit there, and, you know.
I mean, I'm sure the Quinlan Voss that Saberforge makes is like even better.
I have that one. I think no, I have the Mara Jade one from Saberforge, but I have the Corbanth one from
Yeah.
Voss. It's a nice little hilt.
Yeah,
There it is. Size of my
Oh,
body.
Oh,
That thing is
Your
big.
that
That thing
thing.
is
There it is.
big,
That
chunky,
is
big.
massive.
Where's
And
the?
I printed the clear ones instead of the red ones, and they shine so much better.
Oh, that's
shine
awesome.
through?
Red.
Cool.
Yeah, if I use a red blade, it'll just be the red color again anyway.
I guess
That's
I could
pretty
probably
cool.
you could probably 3D print that saber. I mean, you could probably make it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I never made the chassis for this though. I did a
Nice.
double button, and then it's CFX in here,
Uh,
and I put a little
CFX?
lion in there. I got CFX, and I got the lion in there, and
that's cool.
28 speaker, holds 18,650, removable. Great.
I have such a disdain for the CFX. I just hate that board.
I did a funny video with this thing, man. It was outside. I don't know if you probably saw it, Mundo. It was pretty funny. And I put the blade in there. It's really it's huge, man.
Oh yeah.
Giant.
I think it fit me. I need to get one because I think it fit me. I got huge hands anyway. So
Conan the Barbarian sword.
Yeah, that's what it
We
is.
all
Right?
we can all get one.
You gotta take. You
Not a
have to
meal
take
pixel,
all
but we
this
can all
apart
get
to
the,
get the blade, though,
the
man.
slide
Oh.
shell.
gotta-
This one.
You gotta drop the two
top
sides,
one.
and you gotta.
Is that a
take it
full
all out.
size?
Full size, 1-to-1, $610.
What is
Oh,
that, John?
wow.
What's how is the real estate on the inside of it? Was it pretty decent?
In here, it goes down
Yeah,
like
okay.
3 inches, man. It's
Mhm.
like super
10,
down.
man.
Wow.
Oh,
That could
So it's
even
got-
work. That could work for sparring at the Saber Legion even.
I was like,
This thing is so
What
big.
do you
man.
think it was with Ultra Sabers where they looked at that and said, "Yeah, that's good. Like, that's the size we want."
Well, look, to be fair,
I mean,
to be fair,
Dude,
to
this thing is so solid.
That's all.
I could pull a car like this. You put a,
Yeah,
you put your rope on there. You can.
Oh, so,
in
Hey,
Ultra,
there's a pose. That's a pose in itself, right there, James.
look, in Ultra Saber's
Oh.
defense, 15 years ago, their hilts were pretty decent, and the electronics were pretty
It's a
decent.
nice one, man.
Before NeoPixel became the more open marketed source.
Well, yeah, I mean,
The threading is amazing. I mean, it's all so smooth. The only drawback is to change the blade out. Put the your set screws in. That's the
Yeah.
only drawback. But I didn't want to drill anything, and I wanted to keep it unique. So I just take it apart and do it.
Oh,
do they
that's
still sell that hilt?
Pretty cool. I don't know, but I saw a lot of people showing it, man. A lot of people
They-
in the community forum.
They're interesting now. Ultra Sabers is like it's very similar, like a normal import drop shipper kind of place now. They sell all the Xeno hilts. They sell all the hilts.
Oh, yeah.
Wars. They
There,
barely do
there was a lot of. Is there still a lot of controversy with the Ultra Saber still?
I mean,
I know back in the day, they were like they were on #1 shit list with a lot of people back
Well, I
in the
think
day.
that's all there really was, and people were unsatisfied with like the customer service of whatnot. But I mean, there's so many more options.
Have they improved or have they stayed the same? Because
think they
honestly,
just
I don't
all-
keep up with them.
I mean, they still have their core sabers, but they sell mostly the stuff that you get at like Dark Wolf or one of those other places, that can sell like the
The
TX2.
main line. I kind of, but here's the thing: is that they price it more higher than what they price their own sabers at.
Mm-hmm.
And with tariffs,
Because now I did get one from them, and from when I got mine, oh shit, I couldn't even remember which one I got, but I got mine within less than a week. I got mine within like 3 or 4 days of ordering it, and because I guess because I ordered an empty, right, and that was my very first build. My very first saber to build was just a static one, no sound. And I built that one. I built that one for my cousin. I got the LED setup and from the custom saber shop, and I put it in that hilt, and I gave it to my cousin as a present, right? One of my cousins. And to this day, I mean, he still has it on his wall. So I was like, yeah, I love the fact that he still has it, and now he's ready for a second one from me. And so the second one that he's gonna get from me is a NeoPixel from the custom saber shop stuff, right?
Nice.
So eventually, I'm gonna build him one of those. And but I do have I do have another Ultra Sabers, but it was the V3. Oh shit! Let me see. I got it over here on the shelf, and I took off. I actually took off the.
You see this one? Yeah. Like Sailor Moon or something? Yeah.
So I got this one here.
That's their best
Right.
saber.
That's the prophecy.
Their prophecy is their best one. That's a good looking saber.
Yeah, the prophecy, and I got it from Albert. I bought it secondhand from Albert because Albert was selling it. I was all like, man, and this one is just the LEDs, right?
Yeah.
It's not the NeoPixel. But eventually, I want to gut it out. I want to gut it out and put NeoPixels in this one.
I have a chassis for that one, Mundo, that I can send you.
Ooh,
That's-
okay, no, okay, I'm gonna purchase it. I'll purchase the chassis for it.
Fine. No, I think everybody's. I mean, probably most people's first saber was an Ultra Saber because that's all there really was.
Yeah.
When it first came out, but there's so many more options now. With just different companies, and I was never a fan of Vader's Vault stuff. I always felt that people say, "Oh, it takes like 18 months to get." I was like, "That's just too much time to wait for a saber to be built." And
Well, Vader's Vault. I actually got to talk with Vader's Vault when they came to Chattanooga last year, and they do some really amazing work. Look, and I know it takes a while, but I would say considering if you want to buy a high end lightsaber and you want to be able to support American based saber manufacturers, Vader's Vault is one of those that actually put the time and effort into it.
No, their stuff is really well made. I will definitely say that. I never really liked the design enough to spend that much money and wait that long on a saber.
Yeah, some of their custom sabers definitely. I do like their version of Revan's hilt.
Yeah, the cannon hilts, though. I mean, like I said, the cannon hilts are the things that I more collect than anything. Like the MHS stuff is fun just to design and build and fight with. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got like 12 designs from the custom saber shop stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
I'm like, ooh.
That's all mine right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I've got a deep, and like I said, I actually
I
have. Sorry, I have a.
Sorry.
My Anakin is on its way back.
Probably got an email too.
I'm hoping to get an Anakin MR Master Replicas Force FX. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, the saber
I feel like I want
stuff travels well too. If you travel with your sabers ever, like I'll take them to the parks when I go to Disneyland or something. I always take MHS ones because they're just solid and I don't worry about them. Like if I drop them, God forbid, they're gonna like break or something. But they hold up really well, especially for like pictures. They're great.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up, Rich, because I've got a question for you. When you travel with your sabers, are you allowed to travel with your batteries inside the hilt?
So you just have to carry them on. So every time I go through security with my sabers, I'm always like, I put on the belt. I'm like, there are lightsabers in there, just so you're curious, in case you're curious. But I'll have like extra batteries in my little bag. I got this little bag from Heroes and Villains. If you ever heard of that website, it's like a sling bag. It's fantastic. And I can get 3 sabers will fit in there. I put pockets with the batteries, and they don't even bleed. It actually even has it on their website, the TSA website, a thing about it specifically. It's like,
well, I'm glad I'm talking to you about it because, like, in case I ever go travel with my lightsabers,
just carry them on.
And carry them on. Okay.
Carry them on. Get a like a.
So with the blade goes in the little bag too, because
I'll bring multiple blades, so I get like kind of like an architect like tube. You can like extend it, and I'll just 4 blades in there, and I carry that. And I put that in the. Actually, when you get in the plane, if you get in a plane, there's like the crew's little like closet where they have their stuff. They always let me stick the tube in there, so I just step it in when I go on the plane. But the hilts, the batteries, everything comes with you. They're not gonna have a problem with it. It's when you check it.
Good.
That's because it's lithium.
Yeah. So you got to check it.
Those batteries you have, those are pretty dangerous. There's 2,700
these
unprotected giant cells.
No, they're protected. They're protected.
Okay.
Yeah, these are protected. I did fail to mention that, and I should have said it because, like I said, Jim and I were talking about batteries a while back, and we were talking about these, and I asked him because he's the one that found the website,
Mhm.
and but and it's kind of funky, dude, that the way they sent these because in the little box that they sent, I mean, this little box would beat the hell, man, and they sent me the two batteries, right? They sent me the two batteries. They sent a flashlight that don't work worth a shit. I mean, because
Is that per
supposedly
battery?
so I think they just so they could ship it, right? That
Right.
they put these like this just to justify the shipping.
Oh, that's what I do
So
when I send sabers out
yeah,
that I build for people, or if I install in the declaration what it is flashlight. It's a
yeah,
flashlight.
Mhm.
It's like
yeah. So I mean, this damn thing don't work worth a crap because it doesn't even close with the battery in it. So and then they gave me it's funny they sent a little container much like for iPods and stuff, but it's like a vape battery bag that
mm,
you zip up that they send these in. So it was funny because on the little container it says vape battery, right? So
Mhm.
like so I got a vape battery bag, a fake flashlight just to justify for buying these damn things. But they work pretty damn good. I mean, as you can see, I've got that other 21700 battery in here and it worked pretty damn good. The only thing that the only thing I had to do was just put, like I said, one of those little magnets in there for the battery so that
right.
because it doesn't since it has that flat top
Yeah.
and it doesn't have the nipple part of it on the battery, it doesn't make that contact. But with the magnet, it makes good contact right there. So and it works pretty damn good.
What
I've got no complaints.
space you might know this? Is it like a is that a high drain battery? Would that make it that makes a difference, right? When it comes to like the neopixels,
Mhm.
like the one you have, Mundo, is that a high drain battery? And that's always this thing that Dimitri always talks about, like the 15 amps or something.
I don't think that
Yeah,
one
well,
is.
so
I think it's only like a 6 or so like that, but it also depends what you're putting in it too. I think it's only a 6
yeah,
maximum drain, not
Hmm.
like a 10 or a 15 amp. I don't think so. I don't know.
yeah.
I think
It's
Jim
I
knows.
mean it says a 6,000 milliamp. So
Right, but that's not
Like
the
the high
maximum
drain.
continuous drain.
right,
I
right.
think that's a big deal. The way like
That's
the
the
ones
question.
the
6,000
key,
is just what it could store. The continuous drain
Hmm.
is what you really need.
for
Right.
baselit, I know when I was doing dueling, we used to do have in Dallas where I'm from, where we live. We do dueling. It was LSL, so it was like the 3/4 inch blades,
Yep.
and we would use just baselit. So we would all have 18650s that were just low drain or normal whatever, and they lasted a long time.
Bit weird company. Okay, yeah, I see that. Wondering what it is. It doesn't say
Well,
any
Jim,
other
you're the one.
information on there though.
Jim's the one that found the company and sent me these batteries.
Yep.
That
Cool.
sent me the information for the batteries. But I mean, you got to check things out. I mean, they're not bad for what they are.
Yeah,
Like I said,
definitely
I
got to do
just
an hour, do a drain test. Keep it on for a while, swing it around, see how long it actually lasts. I mean, it may last pretty long, but
yeah.
with a 6 amp continuous, it may not last that long.
That's a good idea, James. Is I do need to do that since I've got the other one out.
Oh
This
yeah.
one has got a full 100 charge, so
Mm,
it'd be well to do to put it in there and just do a test of how long it'll last, right?
yeah. It's usually what I
Like you
do with
said.
batteries.
Well, when I got them, they were completely not charged at all. There
Yeah,
was
they're not
no
supposed to
juice
be.
in it whatsoever. Yeah, there was no juice in it whatsoever. So it took about almost 6 hours
Oh
to get
yeah.
it charged up.
Would
to
you
get it
charge it
charged
on?
up.
Oh, Romans is having a
Oh.
sale for crystal chambers. Y'all see that?
Roman props?
This
Oh
one here.
yeah, that one.
Brass crystal chambers for $99.
That's crazy.
It's like the
Wow.
like the
What'd you say? Glass?
brass.
Brass.
Yes.
It's like the Rudy Pando one, which is
Oh,
nice
the Rudy
Now
Pando.
we're overstepping brass
Yeah.
chassis with glass now.
Well, what did you do? Didn't J. Arms Dealer did an acrylic one?
Yeah, like that's why my ears kind of perked up because I was like, oh, did you say
Ooh.
glass?
Acrylic
Could be
chassis.
done, I
now
guess.
that's something. That would be cool.
Yeah, because like I've actually held
the.
the glass flex in my hand. It's obviously it's not made out of
Oh.
glass, made out of acrylic, but it
It
looks
could-
pretty damn cool,
Yeah.
like glass.
It is cool.
Oh man, do I want this? I don't want this.
I think I remember an old video of him with his car. Didn't he
Yes.
put Bluetooth in it?
Do you know-
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember it.
So, do y'all
That was
remember when the
badass
custom
video.
saber shop had these
Oh
True
yeah.
Fire
What are those?
chargers?
Oh yeah.
This is what I charge my batteries with, guys.
Wow, that's wild.
Hey,
man.
if anybody has 25 grand laying around, you can get an all found real vintage parts of an Obi-Wan on Roman's website right now.
Oh man.
I mean,
21 grand.
$25,000.
My,
I don't have
oh
the
my
money for
god.
that, but I have a contact who I'm going to trade in my LGT Kenobi for the TXQ Kenobi, the one that you have on your desk there, John. He can't hear me, can he? But yeah,
Oh, the TXU one?
yeah, the TXQ one. I mean, look, it's not a real one, but considering how good Anakin Starkiller is, it's a pretty good replica.
I like a lot of his stuff. I have a few of his hilts.
Yeah.
Installer wise, they're not that fun, but they're really well made.
This used to be the like the LGT, like the big sparkly one, but this was weathered by Lucky Sabers out in California, and honestly,
That looks great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
yeah. But I mean, it's nice, and the sound ventilation is good too.
I don't think you boys can help.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
And this is just the standard chassis from LGT, and it's loud. It's good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Love the weathering on that.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's kind of wow. That's kind of like a episode 4, kind of a cross between like the screen accurate prop and like
The
the
Chronicle?
idealized.
Well,
Yeah.
I actually told him I wanted to do the screen accurate one and not the one from Chronicles. I should have, if I'd known about the Tunisia version, I would have asked for that. But honestly, consider the weathering part right here, since the old clamps from LGT look like are much more spaced out. So he added that little extra thing here to make it look less weathered. Scott Carpenter said, "Did anyone catch the new dueling hilt from Saber Theory?" I did, yes. And let me just say this. I have spoken with the reigning champion of Saber Legion, Bobby Zavala, and I highly, highly, highly doubt that he was consulted on this saber. Because this guy, he created the Scrapper, the one that's sold by Rebel Sabers, that's used by Saber Legion and many other Saber guilds, and I highly doubt he was consulted about that. But if it is indestructible, great. But yeah,
Indestructible Saber Theory or Star Wars Theory made what did he make as a dueling saber?
a dueling saber. But here's the thing: just because it's a dueling saber, like for example, like a good dueling saber, like the Scrapper that's made from VHC parts, like that. Basically, the hilt, the lightsaber blade, you get like a 40-inch baselet blade, and about 4 or 5 of those inches are inside the hilt. To maintain yeah.
I don't think any one lightsaber is going to be indestructible. depending
No.
on how hard you go at it. I mean, you're gonna break something.
We would
Yeah.
swing
Something's gonna go.
we would swing those 3/4 inch blades as hard as you could possibly swing at another human being, and those MHS hilts stood up just fine, like no problem.
I think the MHS will outshine a lot of others. I mean,
Is it
Just
like
my
carbon
opinion. That's just
fiber,
my
the
opinion.
carbon fiber tube? Is that what like the thing you hit with is?
What's the Saber Theory one or what I was?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm on his site. I'm trying to find it.
I got an email for it. Hold on, I'll post it. Give me a second. Come on.
Dual King, is that what it is? Maybe
Dual
Is that-
King. Yep. The box is really gaudy. Like there's a bunch of gold to it. It's like something I would see out of like Super Mario or something. Like Princess Peach would present it like, "Here you go, the Dual King."
It's kind of like Balin's sort of, but like a kind of like a katana.
Yeah.
It's kind of
like an Odachi or something like that.
yeah.
But here's the thing: is that, I mean, if it were to be, I'm sure it would pass dueling inspection, and you could duel with it. But honestly, I would rather buy a 180 or discounted rate scrapper than have something that's expensive. You know?
Yeah, I've
got a video
reviewed-
on it with his truck. He's crushing it with his big tire on his truck. He went over it about
I've
4
reviewed
times
a
right
dueling
now.
saber from Art Sabers, and I think it was I want to say, I think it was a Xeno, if I remember right. Might have been a Prophet. I don't remember what it was. It had the screw down blade. You screw it all right on in. It had a reinforced tip and everything. And I beat the ever living hell out of that thing on my tree. Damn thing didn't even twitch. So it's like nothing new. It's like
wow.
they're
Yeah.
out there, you know. But man, I mean, if you watch that video, I mean, and it's you know, it's a NeoPixel blade that I was using that is part of that thing. It has a reinforced tip, you know, maybe like a 1/4 of an inch of extra material at the top, a screw down blade so that it doesn't come out in any way, shape, or form. And boy, if you can watch me on that video, I beat the ever living hell out of my tree.
Well,
You
that's
know?
And I think that's the best way to test them.
What drives me nuts.
So it has to be a special hilt that it.
It's a special hilt with a blade. I'll send you pictures.
Hmm.
But the blade has like a metal chunk at the bottom, if I remember right. A little metal piece here that goes in, and the Suba kind of goes down and screws down so that it can't come out.
Right.
And then at the top, so you like, you know, it doesn't have this. Well, I'm sure it does inside, but it has like maybe 4 or 5 inches of extra meat at the top. You know, like a plate. I don't know if it's like a silicone or a rubber or it's like a hard plastic type of thing extra on the top there. And you can just beat the ever living hell out of this damn thing, and it didn't twitch.
Wow.
You know, like, that's how you test a blade.
Wow.
If you want to run it, you can run over a person's foot with
Yeah.
a truck. You know, and
It's
chances
not gonna-
are the amount of
Yeah,
damage
that's
you
what
can
I'm
do
saying.
is not
It's
going to be
like the
that
truck
great.
is not the best test for a lightsaber.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the
everybody does
vibrations.
it, but
It's the
I wanna
vibrations
see
that make the
people
difference.
whacking the crap out of another saber with it. That's how you know it's indestructible. I mean, I can run
Well, it's-
I can run all mine over with a car, and my big tires won't damage this. Want to know
Exactly.
why? Tire absorbs this. It doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't break it. You know,
When I was-
you need
it's a dumb commercial. It's dumb.
Yeah.
When we were doing dueling, and I would have to fix a lot of the sabers that would break over, you know, whatever would happen. It's usually because the chassis probably cracked
Pull up
because
that
of
one that I just-
the vibrations
that
or the SD card.
Yes.
Folder is what would get damaged for the vibrations, and that's what make the
Yes.
saber stop working. So like those boards, like a Xeno, or like before the Xeno, maybe it was the Xeno 2, or they had an RBX boards. The ones that had all the stuff like on board with no SD cards, those are the best boards for dueling because there's nothing that's going to come off of it.
Art Sabers heavy dueling. I think
Heavy
it was
dueling.
I'm late to the party.
There he is.
Jedi Arms Dealer.
We're talking
man.
about
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Jedi Arms Dealer in the house.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, zip.
Aw,
Nice, Kizoni.
that's great, man. Nice intro.
I made him make him
Cool.
himself.
That's awesome.
We were talking about
Love
the
those
glass
motion
flex.
intros.
You guys been going since 7 o'clock. I'm
I
scrolling
mean, it's
back to the
virtually the
chat.
same type of thing.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Dude, we've been killing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
A lot of people won some amazing prizes tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
yeah?
Yep.
A lot of
Some
fun,
blades
man.
and
A lot of
stuff.
fun.
Free blades.
Free bladed. They were free bladed.
Cool background, Rich. You
Yeah, I was
steal
just
the
about to say, I'm like about ready to change it. I'm on the Falcon for a while. I'm going to try to go find something on Hoth. I think that would play a bit.
That's
That'd be
dope.
warp speed.
That's super cool.
Let's see.
So what all did I miss?
Oh, everything.
Everything.
We got into discussions of like. No, we got into what we had giveaways. We had you missed the Blake giveaway. The Risu has been killing it. You know, we got John. John received his Pentestar, and man, John was showing it off. And
And
then
there it is.
Check out my
Anthony
7/8 TriStar
Ooh,
in a clear blade tube. Reese made it for me while I was away.
dude, 7/8
Yeah.
for life.
Wait.
7/8 forever. It's the best.
That's those small cores I sent you? Up, space.
it's like the movie, man. It looks rotoscope.
That's sick.
It looks great.
That's the smaller.
Okay, and
that's
so
the
we
smaller
were
cores, Anthony?
kind of. Yeah, I think so, right?
What'd you say, Mundo?
I was asking you, is that the smaller cores?
It's a 7/8 blade with a clear, so it's appearing like it's a no, it's not the small quad
Okay.
star core you gave. It's the
Okay.
standard TriStar, but it's in a 7/8 blade, so it appears like a 3/4
It looks sick.
in the clear. You know,
It's like pencil pen.
in person, you know, you could see some of the corn cobbing, but that's kind of expected, I think, through the clear.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
It looks good, I think. I like it.
Let's see this Pentastar, John. Oh, God.
Oh,
Jeez. Oh, my God.
man.
Look at that. The
You guys
green
really
is
did.
freaking awesome, man. I mean,
Turn
look
up the
at
lights. I
that,
bet you'll
dude.
light up the room.
Oh,
Right?
my God. I'm going to be in their
Amazing,
retirement home
dude.
going, have you, Space Window?
Like when that white kicks in, boy.
Man.
That's gonna be JAD's nightlight, right?
Yeah.
That actually broke our lux meter.
Oh,
lux
really?
meter. It, like you went into the negative numbers out of nowhere. I'm like, I don't even know what to do at that point. It was like I showed it. I was like, I have to show it this way. Like
That's funny.
It couldn't register it? Wow.
I couldn't register how bright.
Like, I guess our like lux meter goes up
like
to
miles in the car rolled
30,000.
over.
So it went up to like 29, 30,000, and then it started going the other way where it said negative 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,400, but it was negative. So we're thinking, okay, is that 30,000 plus 3,400? Is that I don't know. I'll have to ask.
Wow,
them.
mate. I
Maybe
wonder.
the lux meter. Maybe I didn't know it had a limit until we put the Pentastar in there.
And at one point,
And
it
it
said
went
like
into negative.
192,000. I'm like,
Yeah, and
What
I was
is
like,
this?
wait, I thought the max was 30,000.
there's usually only like 5 numbers on there. And all of a sudden, 6 number shows up, and I'm like, did it just like recode it somehow? Like, what happened?
Does
Wow.
not compute.
Oh, weird.
the first AI saber blade.
Now I know this is not saber related, but I did send Anthony some of these martial arts stuff, right? And these are vintage Shellin monks right here. I sent him a set of
Oh, wow.
these. Right? And it looks like Anthony a little bit, right?
The day I got those, I was actually wearing a Shaolin Kung Fu outfit, just like that, because I had a demonstration I was putting on.
And they go right up here next to they go right up here, right next to the Death Star, man.
There you go.
And I
Oh,
got
that's,
the
that's,
RC.
that's right. Yeah.
That's awesome, Mundo. Thank
That
you.
is
My
awesome.
Those are so cool.
well, and I still have yet to send him his Boken too, because I received a Boken and I got a Boken signed by Adrian Paul. I don't know if you guys know, if you all watched back in the 90s. Adrian Paul was the Highlander in the series, of the Highlander series.
Oh wow.
And so I talk about it every now and then, go into the sword experience. And so I got a Boken signed by Adrian Paul himself. And when I get a chance, I'll be sending that to Anthony as well. And so that'll be kind of cool. I've got it in here. I just haven't been able to send it out to him.
Yeah, Mundo, I was trying to send you out this thing before I left on my trip, and I never got it finished. But it's close. It's close to being finished. So when I do finish it, I'll send it to you. It's something I'm hoping that you'll use during every single live stream. So I'm really hoping that you'll use it every single live stream. But I'm almost glad I didn't send it, because it's in that box that's kind of like was law. I don't know. It was in Colorado. You live in Texas. All week it's spent in Colorado. I don't know why. It's supposed to get to you in 2 days, but now it is in Texas, so the box should be there tomorrow. But
good.
yeah, it actually got to Texas like last night or something.
Keep an eye out.
But I'm glad that other item wasn't in that box. I don't know where that box, when that box is going to get to you. But we'll send this new item out when it's finished. But I don't want to say anymore, because I want you to kind of be surprised when you open it up, and I know Reese wants you to be surprised when you open it up and stuff. So we'll keep it at that.
Yeah,
but everybody that watches the live streams on Mundo Sundays will see this if you keep watching, because he'll get it probably within a week or two, and hopefully you'll be using it on the live streams. And
I sure will.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said something. I almost spoiled the whole thing.
Oh, did you know about it? Was I sending you
Yeah.
pictures as I was making it? Yeah.
I was gonna ask.
And I
about
almost
it,
sent
and that
Mundo
would've
those pictures
sucked.
too. And I think Reese was saying, no, like have it be a surprise when he opens the box. He'll be surprised. So I said, okay, then maybe that's better to be surprised.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's why I didn't say that you're getting one. What happened to Gabe? Yeah, Gabe jumped off the lab.
Gabe had a lot of trouble getting on the live stream. He has like an older computer. It's like 10 or 11 years old. It took him 20 minutes to get onto the live stream, and then it booted him off about 30 minutes in. So he's been trying to get on. He's been texting me, but we're gonna have to try to figure out a way to get Gabe like a new computer someday or something, because this one is not allowing him to do the live stream as easy.
I may
Gotta
have
try the phone. He's got a phone.
just have a whole bunch
No
lying
flip
around.
phones. But regular phones.
I think I have 4 laptops. Wow. I don't know where they came from. I got them.
Reese is on a most wanted list at his college. It's that kid with all the laptops.
That's where you grew out the hair.
Hey,
No one
Reese
can find
gets to rent them out, man. That's pimp out all your laptops, Reese. There you go. You make money that way, man.
I'm thinking of selling them. I don't know. I'm
Don't
gonna need
send them,
money
rent
for
them
a
out.
home.
You rent them out.
That's right.
Rent 'em
One
out.
back
My
in a
wife's
week.
college professor, so she can rent them out to the kids.
He needs
Oh my
money for a
God.
saber hobby. It's the most expensive. It's like
Yeah.
the second most expensive hobby a man can have behind cars, right? Right,
Yeah.
Jade?
Yeah.
And he's also into cars, so he's doubly screwed.
And then his
Where
mom
you're
working
buying your
at
saber
Disney,
from, I
I'm gonna need
guess.
some money
Cars,
for that.
man. Cars and trucks.
I wanna
Well-
get everything there. Yeah.
Well, and that's another thing. That's why and that's why I cater to all the people that are in the same boat like I am, man.
I get to be there. Like, that's awesome.
James, did you build a real deal miniature Graphics? Let me see that thing.
No, this is remember John's
What is it?
Creations?
Yeah.
It's a little. This one's a little This is a little mini lightsaber, with a crystal
Oh,
chamber
look
in
at
it.
that. What?
Oh yeah, hold on. We'll try and light it
Oh,
up.
that's the guy that does the miniatures.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I've-
John's creations. Yeah,
I've always
and he
wanted to
made the
try to
lighters.
install one.
He makes the lighters too, which are great, man.
Those are sick. Those
James,
are so
can you
cool.
send me the website? Can you send me the website link?
It's on
on
Facebook. You could grab him on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
You can't miss his logo. He's it's pretty unique. It's the Star Wars yellow writing yeah, man, he's got some good stuff, man. He's a really incredible designer.
Where is he
Does all these
located?
by hand, man.
He's on
Australia.
Facebook.
Australia, that's right. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't the States.
Really really good guy.
Oh my
man.
gosh.
I bought this one because
Yeah.
I was amazing. I'm like, are you sure
Mhm.
this is really, really cool.
Really accurate.
And pretty accurate, I have to say, pretty good. And he got a
That's
whole
cool,
different
man.
bunch of blades with it. I even got a blade plug with it too. He made a blade plug for it, so these things are super
Wow.
bright. Yeah,
I
really.
almost
Jim,
got
I
this
was in the
Starkiller.
RC helicopters for a little bit too. Jim says,
Oh,
RC helicopter. I had a couple of small ones. I actually, as a matter of fact, I still have one. I had the Blade CX2.
Oh wow. Got a
I
couple
still
of
have it.
mini
It's still
drones, but they're
functional.
not that great, man. One good
Yeah.
breeze and they're like down the block. Yeah, they're terrible. It's not like a
Mm-hmm.
DJI or something, But they're fun. They'll follow me, like if I'm running or something on a calm day. But that's about it.
Wow. Man, I mean, this has just been incredible. Anybody else planning on getting some more stuff for the 4th before tonight's over with?
I really wanted KR to release that Saber from Skeleton Crew. I was really hoping
Mhm.
he was going to do that. I had it like all lined up. I had like all those points that he gives you. I had it all saved up, was ready to go, but
Mhm.
it's not available yet. So I'm like, all right.
No.
I actually bought these credits just to get to the next
Mm-hmm.
threshold to get like $30 or $40 off my next purchase from him.
That's great.
'Cause these were like $10
That's nice,
and
though.
like 4 points, something like
Yeah.
that. These are great. These little
They look
credits.
good.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah, man.
But so I'm gonna have to wait, I guess, until the to release X. That's like the only saber like I really kind of want right now.
Wow, that's cool.
Mhm.
I have way too many Luke's hilts. I don't want to buy any more Luke Skywalker hilts. But
Tell me about
I
it.
had seen some of those. I had seen those on the TXQ and stuff, and I'm all like, I don't know. I mean, like,
Got my little
I
vintage
do
one now,
want one of
fully
those
rusted.
too.
Shorty. What's up,
Love
Shotty?
this thing, man. Love this thing. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I loaded it. It's
2-cell?
pretty cool. This is
Yeah.
this is a very small, without any grips or anything, and I just put a, crazy little chassis in it. I did a removable. I just made my own little stupid, simple chassis in here.
nice.
Very
I just
cool.
pull it out.
Oh, sometimes those are the best, man. Look at
Just
that.
a little profi board. And
Yeah.
that's
Whoa.
where the battery goes. It's
Nice.
very simple.
Nice.
And the speaker reversed, by the way, because
Graflex.
you can't
It
really
don't matter.
hear it anyway. There's no holes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did it reverse to shoot out the head, and it makes a difference.
So is the
That's cool.
top half the same size as the 3-cell?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This whole body, I think, is the same as, this one basically. Same thing. Little bit. Maybe this one's a little bit shorter, because it's small,
Mhm.
but it's pretty cool. I love this.
Got to have like 50 graphics.
Now, another thing that I was doing this afternoon was watching some YouTube videos on video game lightsabers. Do you guys think that some of the sabers that have come out have translated well from the video games into the
Yes.
real world situation?
Oh, you got one of those.
Yeah.
I missed that run.
Like, for example,
This is beautiful.
the
I
bright
missed that
star,
run.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the Cal Kestis hilts have definitely.
Oh, and I made the stand too. I wanted
Oh
to
my
make the
God.
stand
Wow.
so it
Dude.
impressions into it,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Well done,
That's
man.
crazy, man. Wow.
Thanks.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is actually real sand.
Is that
real
like
sand,
3D engraving?
printed out PLA
Wow.
in
Beautiful.
sections, and then I
Wow.
just did it
Well
that way.
done.
It's pretty long. So it hangs on the wall like this.
That's gorgeous.
Yes,
I love this
that
thing.
is
Get one of those.
It
that's
is.
the
It's
VR,
absolutely
VR
beautiful,
saber.
man.
And it's got the Goth chassis in it. Not the master. It's got a master chassis, but it's not like has a little bit of the. I think it has a little bit of the brass in it and stuff. But this is.
Mhm.
I love this thing. Made a blade plug
What are the-
specially for it, so it just shines the crystal. I love just seeing
Yeah.
the crystal light, and it's amazing. He did a great job on it.
One of the hilts that I've seen that I actually like, and the design came out really well too, I think, is the Dagon Gera from Jawas
Oh yeah,
Junkyard.
Oh, that one I
that's
want.
a heavy hilt. I have it. It's beautiful.
That's a really
It's
nice
really
design.
nice. I got
Yeah.
the
So I
master
think that one
chassis
has
with the brass
translated
chamber.
well.
It's awesome.
Did they do
Mhm.
the full staff, or they just did half?
They did the full staff. They
They
did
did
both.
full?
Well, it's actually the same
Wow.
hilt. You just buy two.
Yeah, I've
And
just
they have
I've
the coupler
seen
for it.
I've seen a few that it's just the half.
Dude, it's so heavy. I think the one hilt is just about as heavy as this thing.
Wow.
And this
Yeah.
thing is heavy.
Now, has
But I
anybody
like that.
seen?
And it's 7/8 inch blade. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Kel Kestis' original Padawan hilt?
The Boone Kestis.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no, not that. No.
Well, the Boone Kestis was the concept one. Yeah.
You talking about this one?
No, but his Padawan,
Is it this one?
lightsaber.
No, that's
No,
Sears
that's the
Munda.
Kestis
That's
Spear.
Sears Munda. That's
I haven't played the second game yet.
Oh, it's good.
it's
Oh,
good.
Survivor? There's
They
Survivor.
I
reused
did the first one, I think.
Kestis for Sears Saber in the second game.
Yeah.
They still didn't fix the map. If that annoyed you in the first one, it's going to annoy you in the second one.
All right.
That's the one thing that.
Open, it's
Oh, Anthony, I check this out, guys. Actually, I got a little perk from work, man, because one of the individuals that I work with, his uncle is a gamer, just like us, right? And earlier in the year and stuff, I had told Anthony that my PS3 was broken, and I was in the middle of trying to fix it, and I couldn't get a hold of the ribbon that goes in it. Well, the individual's uncle, who is a gamer, was getting rid of his PS3. And he says, "Man, you know what? I want it. I want to get it out of my house. You can have it." So I got a PS3 now back, and I started playing the some of the games that you sent me, Ant. So the Force Unleashed 2, I started playing it last night.
That's
I was
awesome.
like,
That game.
I was like, yes! I'm like, yes!
That's amazing. You got a PS3 with a working disk drive. That's amazing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Force Awake or the Force Unleashed games are
There
fun.
it is. That's the one.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, I started playing it last
Fantastic.
night. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, I was like, I was so happy. I was literally sore from smiling so much.
Which game is
What were
it?
you- Force Unleashed.
The Force Unleashed 2.
Force Unleashed too.
Oh yeah.
I need to find. I need to
I
find.
really
All right.
thought that the PS5s were going to be able to play all those games, and they don't.
They don't play
No.
Heavier.
They're doing it for a reason. Did you hear that Sony is also getting sued by a lot of people because what they're doing right now, or I think it was the beginning either of last year or the year before,
Yeah,
is
with
that
pulling the games,
Sony decided that, well, people thought that they could play their games forever, right? Because they
Yeah.
download them, they paid for them, that it was theirs forever. Well, Sony actually cut them off from their, from everything. So they
Ah.
couldn't, all the downloaded games that they had were not working because that Sony basically took them away from them.
Yeah, this is
So
the one thing that I
Sony
don't
is now
believe in the
getting-
non-physical product anymore. Like the whole streaming service, the whole digital download. Like that's the one thing I hate about it, because
Mhm.
once those people don't host the thing that you bought, it's gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The CEO
I thought there was some kind of legislation that was being passed about that.
Yeah, so some of them, some people are actually trying to sue some of the gaming companies, and they're trying to like pass some sort of law of. I don't know if it's going to go through, about if you've purchased something for your own personal use, it should always be there to be used, or you should be able to get a downloaded version of it for your own personal use. You know,
I think it should, because you're
I mean, we
spending
all used
money
to go
for
to the
that
store,
particular
buy a
thing.
movie, and it was ours till the day it didn't play anymore.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what the hell? You're spending $70, $80, $100
And you don't get to keep it?
in-game purchases. I mean, like, you're just throwing that money out of the window.
Exactly.
The CEO.
That's like that's almost like buying a lightsaber, and the company that sends it to you, they're like, no, it's ours. You only rented it. You know, that's it.
You get it for 1 week. You take it
Yeah,
back.
but you know what I do? That actually does raise a question to older sabers. What happens to like the Xeno V2s and you know, all of these products that are now working and functioning correct, but when they no longer make them, support them, or anything, like this is not the connection to the other TXQ Xenos or SNV4s.
Yeah.
You know, like they had the other ones with the clips. What happens when they no longer make those? How do you fix them?
You don't.
You're
gonna have to gut them out. You're gonna have to gut them out and buy something
It's
else.
just you have to have them completely redesigned and reinstalled.
Yeah.
You know, but at least you own the hilt.
Yeah.
You know, like if you, it's not a download. I own this. I could always display it. But that's the problem with what's going on in like
I still have two
Hollywood and
Xeno
streaming
boards
and
in
all
my entourage, man. I still have them like brand new. They're still sitting there, the purple ones.
Yeah, that's why. You know, that's why I would love to have hilts. I would love to have hilts that you could make one chassis for, and you could take that chassis and move it into any other hilt that you want, right? Because then you can buy all your hilts.
Oh, you can. I mean, that's
and
kind of like the whole idea of the Xenos.
Yeah.
Is that they're interchangeable between Profi and Xeno, and all of the boards are like I could put this board into every other Xeno V3 saber. You know, so it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to do that. I try to make like a wire.
I'll be right.
A bunch of like consistent cores that I was using for some of my designs, but some of the hilts, like it's always the buttons that screw it up.
Yeah.
Forever.
I mean, sometimes it's simply
Screw up
impossible.
everything.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to,
Yeah, like just like this hilt, the gold one that's in here is not going to work in a curved hilt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not going to work.
You'd have to make the set. You'd have to make the static part and then the chassis part,
Right.
and that
I
would
mean,
have to
look
be
at
like in every other hilt.
Look at Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon's got those extremely deep grooves, and you only have like this little tiny piece on the side to run wires and stuff. So, that's its own custom little capsule at the bottom, and But I mean, the majority of at least the majority of them are interchangeable. Which one is that?
Yeah.
This is
ultimate.
Well, I guess 89 started with those weird like
pretty deep
connectors. Then TXQ has their own version of it, and I got a SNV4 core on AliExpress that I ripped apart to put into a custom saber, which is a nice little board. I was not expecting to like that board as much as I did.
Which one was that?
They're not bad.
SNV4.
Oh, yeah, the SNV4 is great.
Yeah,
I was really surprised. It was like $25 or $30 on AliExpress for the core, and I just
yeah.
Now the only thing I wonder about that is because I'm so used to Profi and like Golden Harvest, where the wire gauge is so important to be able to run. You got to use 2 FETs on either a CFX or a Profi, and 3 for Golden Harvest. Like the Xeno and the SMV are like just 1, and I was like, is that
they're
is that
chinsing out on the wiring?
Do you think that's what it is?
love
Gotta
it.
be, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because wiring is expensive nowadays with copper, where it is. I'd love to see a light meter test on a Xeno with like stock thin wiring versus something built with thicker wires.
This is a Xeno.
I bet you if you put thicker wire in a Xeno, it's still not going to matter. I think
this is a Xeno.
That's what I wonder.
Right here.
Well, that's what I mean.
That's
It's
what
like
I
now
think.
you have two pads for a Profi and 2 pads for a CFX, or 3 for CFX, 3
Although
for.
my SN4 is pretty bright. My SN4 is pretty bright.
I was impressed.
Now,
Yeah.
I was impressed with
They
the
look
Bluetooth,
deep.
really more than anything else.
I had thought about purchasing an SNV4 So
The Bluetooth
whether
just works.
whether they were working or
Got
not.
one.
Well, I was saying, Mundo, I don't know if you heard me. I got a core on AliExpress for like $30, and I just
Yeah.
Same.
really just cut the board right out
Well-
and just threw the rest of it away and just used it in an open
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, and that's why I was contemplating because $30. I mean, for like I said, and I want to reiterate this for those of you who are watching this and are on a very low budget like I am, right? So, like Rich said, for $30 to buy a board like that and then do your own little building stuff, whether it's worth it or not,
SN4.
right?
Yeah, they're pretty bright.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
My little, that's pretty bright.
They're
I
not
just
bad
bought,
for skinny wiring.
I just bought some Profi 2.2s for $19.99 a piece
Really?
on Electronics.
From Ali?
123. Well, Electronics.
Oh,
123.
Electronics 123.
$19.99 a piece.
The
13.
2.2
Wow.
or the 3.9?
Yeah, they're good.
The 3.9.
2.2.
Oh, the
Okay,
2.2.
Okay.
Which for me,
Yeah.
honestly, I have like one
Oh, same.
Profi configuration that I run on all my Profi savers. It's just
Yep.
I just take whatever the font is, like the hilt, and put that font at the top. So it's like a Mace Windu font back there. The font's purple. And the rest of it is exactly the same.
Right.
Like by that point with the Profi, I just want it to be done. Like I don't want to have to do like the crazy program. I just want to like spend all the time on like the install. And when I'm done, I'm like, all right, just have this thing work.
Profi makes me.
I think that's what I'm gonna do when I install a Profi. When I install a Profi, I think it's just I think I'm gonna just have like Vets 263's library, install it, and then be done with it.
Yeah, it's you can do so much that I don't do. Do you know what I mean? There's like so many things I could do with a Profi that I just have no interest in doing. Like I don't like for some reason I don't like ignitions that aren't traditional, from the base out. I don't like where like they meet in the middle or they're backwards. It's like it's gimmicky. I just want my lightsaber to be a lightsaber.
Just turn on and turn off.
Yeah.
Why do we got to play the games? You're going to spit out some light shows. Turn on. I've never watched one movie with a phaser ignition before.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
It's coming.
That choreography is pretty good.
That is pretty cool.
It's
Like the
done
battle
right.
mode stuff, that's neat.
Yeah.
But I mean, your traditional, ignition and when it retracts, I don't want it to be so crazy. I don't know. It's very simple. Like the one Harvest has some cool little on-off effects, and then I turn those off. Because it looks like it's like.
Well, they put everything under the sun in an open source scenario, so it's been pretty good, But you don't necessarily have to use all of that stuff.
That's what I mean. I'm very simple when it comes
Yeah.
to that. I have no interest in that. It's like, what am I trying to like stop traffic or something?
John.
It's like a flare, like an SOS thing.
There it is.
Just perspective. Where is
Power
that
Rangers.
It makes no sense.
Now, if they put that in a Star Wars, movie, then here we go. Imagine that stepping.
Then it's on like Donkey Kong. It's on like Donkey
It's
Kong.
the same ones on the SMG board.
Yeah, I know. They're like almost like completely identical.
I mean, I like the Flame Blade. That's kind of cool and unstable. Those are neat, but some of the, especially the Golden Harvest, if you accidentally go into the blade style mode and you're just constantly clicking through all the things to get back to like classic 4, like
there's a lot in there, man.
On the Golden Harvest.
Wave
about the
1,
Golden
wave
Harvest.
2,
wave
wave.
4, wave. Classic.
Frozen one. But at least you can just twist them.
Although I really like the new board. The new board's pretty cool with that Wi-Fi and stuff.
The
It's really
cool thing
cool.
about Frederick,
Oh.
the guy who does the
It's just just do it. Wave 1, wave 2.
people complained, and I was one of them, about the Bluetooth connectivity on the Facebook group, and he fixed it overnight. He's like, "Well, try this, guys." It's just like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just better. Because it was like if you had to use the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, if you hit the power button, it would disable it, and the only way to get it back on again was have to go back into the settings and do the whole thing. And it was just it's just such a waste of time.
It's patience and it's just a feature that anybody could like or dislike. They just offer it because nobody else is, and I really enjoy it. I think it's cool, and you could do all the loading of the fonts and everything. I think it's
So once you
it's
get
a
it
great board.
connected, it's pretty cool. But the problem was
Yeah.
is you have to go back
You know,
into the
it
settings.
kind of
and
looks
get
cute
turned
on
back
that little blade.
This is
Which I thought was
actually
really cool about the
a prototype.
SMV4, was just orange.
Oh, is it?
Right. Yeah.
Oh no, LED shirt went out.
Oh no!
Also, I have all my fonts are on that GHV4 too, which is really cool, man.
This
I mean,
is
a whole bunch
yeah,
of
well,
Oh, I am
got to
so
they got to
interested.
put it on
Yeah.
there, which is really nice.
Oh.
It's a nice little board. I mean, I've always found
I gotta
the
fix
golden
that.
harvest of my boards of the sabers that I like, my personal sabers.
Yeah.
I use those because I'm a one button
7/8
person more than anything else. I'm
Yeah.
not a huge
Yep.
2-button
One
guy.
button.
I just like the one button, and on the golden
Yeah.
harvest, the one button's so easy. You can get to all the
Me
features
too.
you want, and
Mhm.
it's quick. It's
A lot of gestures on that too.
yeah.
Rich, I'm gonna have to take your advice and do a saber with one button, man. So
I like it
I'll
so
have to
much.
check
They're
that out.
It
It's
just
nice.
seems to be faster because it's like you ignite it, and then they didn't have 2 buttons in Star Wars. They it's
Yeah.
like the one it's on and one it's off. Or it's cool.
That's-
Yeah, really.
Except for the
Can't argue with logic. You can't argue with logic. You can't argue with logic.
Space
I love this
Wizards.
thing. Oh yeah. Oh wait, look at that. This thing is heavier.
Wow.
Oh, shit, look
Also,
at
it's
that.
heavier than this thing, man. It's unbelievable.
So what
It's
is that
got so
hill?
much more meat on it.
What's that hill from?
That's Dagon Garrett.
This is from
Jedi
David
Survivor.
Garrett.
yeah. It's
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah, it is.
yeah.
wow.
This thing is so nice, man. I love this thing.
Is that
I wonder
Jawas?
if it's
Jawas
ever-
Junkyard?
I have got
Yeah.
to get one,
Yeah.
man. I have got to
Jawas
get
junk
one.
guard. It's got the,
Yeah, that is a
it's
beautiful
got
hill.
the crystal.
He's doing a run on the Ronin hilt, right? Isn't he doing a new run?
Yeah.
Yes, Ronin too. Yeah,
Looked pretty cool.
yeah.
I do like that hilt, James. I thought about
I
that
love
one.
this thing, man.
Wow.
God, I love this thing. It's
I want to get. I want to
That's
get
really
that
nice.
one and the Crate Slayer. Those two hilts I want
did
to
the chassis.
acquire.
That's
As a
cool.
matter of fact, I actually emailed
Crystal
Leon
chamber is
and
really
I wanted.
cool.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love this.
You made
one.
the chassis?
No. This is Jawas. This is a taco shop.
Oh, Taco did it?
Taco Shell.
Yeah.
His stuff's good too.
Yeah,
I like his stuff.
It's got the nice cover for the Profi board, the brass cover.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really enjoyed this whole thing. He did
I
such a
like
beautiful job
those.
on it.
Yeah.
Those are always a pain to design because you run out of space so quick to add that little layer on top
Man.
to like try to conceal the board.
Just the detail alone on this thing, I was floored. I mean, I just love the simplicity of it, but it's really heavily detailed. It's really
Mhm.
nice.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Simple but
Oh, that's
heavy.
nice.
I can't explain it.
I was impressed
Really
with
great.
the I think John, you talked about it in your video about the mace, the 89 mace window crystal
Oh,
chamber.
yeah.
I
Oh,
got that
great.
on AliExpress empty, and I made my own chassis for it and stuff. But the chamber itself is pretty nice. I did remove the button system to unlock it because I felt that it was tight enough
Oh,
that
the
it
switch
stays
on
on.
the, yeah.
So I just took that thing out, so it still stays on. Like to pull it off, it takes a little bit of effort to get it off. So, but
Mhm.
that's a nice little crystal. Like even the way they have
Really,
it,
that is a really cool chamber that they have on that.
yeah. I was impressed by it. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. I had to rip out their connector thing because it was complete garbage.
Oh,
Once I ripped it, I looked at it. I'm like, I didn't know if it should have worked if I had the other piece to it. The way it was wired didn't make any sense. But good deal
Those
though.
look
It
nice.
was like $250.
Did you guys see Roman's sale? Roman props?
We were talking about that. Yeah, he's got the
Oh,
brass chambers.
Yeah, I got one.
Did you get the
I had to do it.
$25,000?
Oh, I kind of figured you would.
Yeah, I had to
See,
get the
I
brass
like that
chamber.
hilt. I like that chamber. I have one on my my Roman steel Luke, which is the heaviest freaking saber I've ever seen in my life.
Same, I got one. They're crazy heavy.
It's like a weapon. Like, it's like
Yeah,
I'm kind of playing around with the little crystal chamber here.
just
I got
wish
some
him
finishing
to
washers.
design the way he makes his hilts a little bit, just a little bit.
sweet.
That's
So
pretty cool.
I've got the finishing washers right here, and I'm just kind of playing around with it right now, just to see what it looked like, right? And so this
No,
is what
it's-
I've come up with so far.
That's good looking, man.
And
Yeah, man.
yeah, eventually I want to kind of glue these finishing washers together with the LED in there, and then put the brass piece like this all the way around, and see if that'll kind of come up with
The
a
custom
unique
service shop
situation.
used to have fins. Do they still sell them? I haven't. I bought some of them a million years ago, but I didn't do anything with
That's a
them.
good question.
I'm not sure.
They
I'm
used
Pretty
to.
sure they do.
I
I'll look it
haven't-
up.
Well, I found some brass. I found some regular flat brass washers. I want to glue them all together and then cut them, drill holes in them, and see if I can make my own little fins like that.
Check and see if they have. I'm gonna check and see that because they were nice. Those were really nice little
They
fins.
are
but
nice.
chassis
waiting
part-
for the Maglite. I'm waiting for the Maglite stuff to come in because I'm still doing the Maglites.
I
Yeah, they're
remember
like
crazy,
that.
man. 31 millimeter speaker, man. Sounds like a boom box. I love those things.
Look, I got a mag light right here, John. James, I'm sorry.
Come on, send it. I'll put it
John,
to you, man. It's easy.
look at that.
That's the one I got.
I got to clear it. I got to clear it out though, man. Those batteries are stuck in there. They
Right
exploded.
there.
It looks
Look
like
at that.
looks like
They
a blade
exploded in
connector.
there.
There it is. That's that one. I got the dual buttons. Dual button.
And this is the longer one.
Millimeter.
This doesn't have a board in it, but this is my chassis. I stripped
Yeah.
the board out of it, but it's
Nice.
got the crystal chamber. It's really big, but this thing is very super light. Believe it. I mean, you could swing this thing all day long and never get tired. It's everything.
Yeah,
is
no,
light.
this one's
this thing.
shit. This one's like heavy as hell.
What's
I guess because of the batteries, but this is like almost an eight battery.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6
battery.
batteries in that one. These are D cells. This is a 4D cell size, but this one I love this one. It's so cool.
Yeah,
Get a
I've
nice
always
grip
seen
on it.
their. They had that on their website, the Maglites. I never made a saber like that though.
I love it. I made the chassis.
I didn't
Got
either.
the chassis for sale and everything on the site. So if you ever want to put one together, I got the whole kit. It's great, man. It's loud. I use a 31 millimeter speaker in it, and it's like a boom box.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
Hollow.
those speakers are
I
sick.
poured in the whole chassis so that the air would just flow all the way through it.
That's
It's
pretty
too
cool. I
loud.
have one hilt with a 31 speaker in there. It's a it was the Star Cruiser run that
Oh wow, yeah.
somebody, I can't remember who did it, but I ended up getting one secondhand and it had like a giant like area for a 31 millimeter speaker. It thing's
Yep.
loud.
They're
Yeah,
amazing.
They're
I
still
love
doing them.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
is
those
it-
are,
oh.
yeah, those are
Awesome.
Well,
those-
Dimitri Stock is doing the 31 millimeters, and
the Titan
He's doing the
ones.
33s, the Titan, the Titans.
oh yeah, right.
What hilt could that
$100 to make you holler.
It's like
Right.
maybe Graflex. maybe?
$100.
Graflex. Yeah. Like I put
Yeah.
the 31 in my Vader, fits in the Maglites. I guess anything bigger than a 112, it's going to fit in there.
Hmm.
MPP
Or as-
Vader
or-
replica.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you buy anything today, J Arms Dealer? Is other than
Just that brass crystal chamber from
nothing,
Roman Props.
nothing from KR or anything like that? His MPP?
No, I didn't. No, I'm taking a break. Got too many to install as it is. This one, I printed the chassis for it. I love these, the Intromnia deals. These are freaking
Nice.
sick.
Oh wow. Oh cool.
That thing is.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, that
I,
thing's
pr-
That's
I printed
nice,
a copper
man.
core for it, so I'm installing
Oh,
that.
definitely sick.
Damn.
Yeah, those are sweet. That was
Yeah.
last
No,
year,
I
May the
got-
4th.
Should we do one more giveaway?
What's he got?
Well,
Let's
I mean,
do it.
we got a couple more blade plugs, but we also got this Shoto blade.
That's a 1-inch.
It's a 1-inch Shoto blade, dual star.
Do it.
You guys wanna win it?
Do it.
What are you going to do with
Do
trivia?
it.
Can I do a trivia?
All right, look up something or get
Do
a trivia
both.
question. I will. What did you say?
Someone said do both.
Okay, do both.
Do both.
So like a package deal?
Oh, you mean all in one prize?
All in one prize? I mean, what should we do?
Blade and a plug.
Blade and a plug?
Blade and a plug.
One last one, blade and plug.
That's epic. That's
All
epic.
right, we'll do that. Hard one? Hard question?
Hard question.
Perhaps you're referring to the imminent attack on your rebel fleet. Your friends up there on the sanctuary moon are walking into a trap. An entire legion of my best troops awaits them. I'm afraid the deflector shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
It needs to be, if you do 20, there needs to be a range of flexibility.
We gotta make that a font.
I'll do 20, but I'll do
We have to make that a font.
You guys ready for the question?
All right, question for the next giveaway. Here we go.
All right. What type of dog was the inspiration for Chewbacca, according to George Lucas?
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good
Not a
question. That's a good question.
Thank you.
I have an idea, but I'm not gonna say anything like I said. You won't get it from me, damn it.
Maltese, damn it.
I feel like somebody already said that in the chat earlier. What? Something about a dog named Indiana.
Yeah, that was a reference to
Indiana Jones, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the
his
dog.
dog was named
Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
But somebody else said that already?
No, I just remember seeing like a dog named Indiana, like it come up in the chat.
I
But
don't even
yeah,
know what was Indiana. Was that a shepherd? Was he a
I
shepherd?
don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it was a husky.
Oh,
Husky.
husky. Okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, Presto got it right.
Oh,
He did.
The Alaskan Mountain.
Modesto, really?
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
Double winner.
Double winner.
Man.
Wow.
Those Google.
Remember,
You're a saber talker.
Going on.
Hey, that was
Balin.
Balin. Isn't that
Balin, it's Balin, yeah.
Balin, right? Isn't that the guy?
You're a saber talker. Listening to saber talkers makes me thirsty.
Skippy, that's why I'm
I've
drinking.
gotten flagged for that one before.
I'm constantly thirsty, man.
I'm trying to make it shorter.
I didn't know they said that. I didn't know they said that in Game of Thrones. That's awesome.
Yeah, probably. And it would have had to be. Do one more then.
Do one more.
Do that question. Do a last night bonus question.
Last time, what else
Give
we got?
give away a plug.
Hey, Mundo,
Yo,
Mundo, I gotta.
Yeah, an Allen key. Give away an Allen key.
My sweaty whatever.
what's that, Bears?
I gotta clock out. It's a little late, and I gotta get up in the morning for work.
Yeah.
After
nice.
midnight.
Have a good one, man.
It was nice.
See you, Darth Barris. That was a lot of fun.
Have a good one, man.
Good to see you, man.
3 hours. Jeez.
Happy May 4th, man.
Happy May 4th.
Happy May 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
May the
Yeah,
Now
fourth
it's the
be
5th.
Well,
Hey, see you guys.
It's the 5th on the East Coast.
You can close the night out with one last
Yeah.
giveaway.
Send you the 5th.
Should we go?
Right?
you guys should give away an interview with
One
Mundo.
more giveaway. The other master replica, but a
An
really
interview with
super
Mundo?
ridiculous hard question.
Okay.
Mundo, my girlford still
What
talks
if
about how
nobody can get
wonderful
it?
it was to meet you.
Then they don't get
No one gets it.
and we get to keep it. Anthony's voice.
All right. It seems like we got time for one more.
One more.
All right,
This one's going to be a hard question. No,
One
Reese,
more.
I think,
Uno más. Uno más.
maybe people won't be able to get it.
It's enough. Okay.
There you go.
It's another master replica, and this one is the Mace Windu one.
Oh my gosh.
All
right.
Still got one of
Now,
those.
this has to be an answer right on the money.
Does that saber work?
Yeah, it works.
Whoa.
I tested all of them last weekend. So if it doesn't work,
And we'll close out the night with this one. Yeah. Oh, shut up. No one asked you.
all right. The question is, how many estimated deaths are in the original trilogy?
Whoa.
Ooh.
But you said estimated? Does that mean it's like a
Death Star?
range?
Yeah.
Somebody did the
Man,
math
is that
on it. And, yeah.
does that include
It
the
has to
Death
be an
Star? That would
exact estimate.
How
Exact.
Luke Skywalker is a terrorist for killing all those innocent contractors.
Someone's gonna
Yeah.
So the estimate has to be within 100.
1,000.
That's 2 Death Stars.
Yes.
Man.
I heard the Death Star. Well, yeah, I shouldn't say it because I think I might know. It was in one of the books that I read. Like, you know, people were mad because their relatives died, etc.
I mean, if you
Oh man!
the rebels are like, you know,
Before somebody answers it, I forgot to tell you guys. Man, I almost missed it, and I forgot to tell you guys that my brother-in-law, my wife's brother, sent me a book, dude, of the complete vehicles in the Star Wars.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
Look at that. I mean, the whole
I love
cross
this book, man.
sections and
That looks
everything.
like a good one with the hardcover.
Yeah.
Oh, it is, man. I mean, just with
Media type of thing.
pod races and stuff, man. Look at that.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude.
Cool.
That's cool for some like
Inspiration.
saber making inspiration, you know, the inner workings.
As a matter of fact, because I was looking at it, and
No,
there
you're
is
done.
so much inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
So much inspiration
Oh,
for chassis and everything.
Oh yeah, look at
Oh,
that.
yeah, dude. What is that, Mundo? Where'd you get that?
My brother-in-law sent it to me. It's the complete vehicle,
Oh,
in the incredible cross sections, new edition. It's a new encyclopedia on it
I think
for
Barnes and
all the
Noble
Star Wars,
carries them.
all the Star Wars vehicles, man.
That's
That's so
definitely
cool.
the inside of a chassis.
31.
Yeah, that's very
31
cool.
people died.
31.
31 people died. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 31.
31 people died? Hello? How many people were on Alderaan? How many
I was
people
going to
died
say,
on
does that
Alderaan?
include
A little off.
Alderaan?
We're a little
Yeah.
off. We're a little off for 31.
By like that much.
Well,
2,300,000
million. A little bit closer.
Well, what do we want to give the leeway for the estimate? How far off?
Yeah. Should just
Yeah.
20 to 30 character deaths that we probably saw. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
according to ChatGPT, it's over 3 billion, just so you know. It includes Alderaan. It includes both Death Stars, and it includes.
Yeah, but ChatGPT must not be. They must be thinking of episode 7.
No, it's episode 4, 5, and 6.
This is like 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
2 billion people died on
episode
Alderaan. That's a lot of people.
Yeah,
man.
Alderaan alone.
Oh, Alderaan.
Alderaan alone.
Yeah.
think about that.
You got Alderaan.
Okay, yeah. How many people are on Alderaan? That's
2 billion.
I mean, there's
Yeah, just the original
I mean,
trilogy.
just Earth is 8
Eight.
billion people.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well, and then the 2 Death Stars, and then the 2 Death Stars.
Is that a million
6.8
apiece?
billion plus the Death Star, 1 million.
All the ships.
I mean,
The ship,
All the fights. Oh yeah.
like
Over
almost
3 billion
Star
counting
Destroyer.
planetary destruction
Star
and military.
Destroyer. Just
So what was
original
cool?
trilogy.
Just
Just
original.
original trilogy.
Yeah, just original
Yeah.
trilogy. No one cares
Wow.
about anything else.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry about that prequel because it was the Death Star. I think was and the Death Star 2 was I don't remember.
It says 1 million on
Look
each
at
Death Star.
Go back and watch everything.
Wow.
Wasn't the Death Star 2 bigger?
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't the
Yes.
Death Star 2 was like Earth size? Oh, like planet size, and was the first one moon size?
But I mean, how many people were in the Death Star 2 before it exploded? They were still working on it.
Yeah,
So
they
it's
were,
gonna
they
be
were
like
still
Said between 250,000 and a million. That's what it says.
on what? 2 or 1?
Death Star 2.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
it's a lot of extras to hire. It really is. That was a hell of a budget,
Just to
man.
kill
Well,
him.
since the Empire was like the Empire was like racist against alien races, so they only counted Wookiees as half a person.
Oh my god.
That's why the numbers are off.
It's well known he was definitely racist towards aliens. He was.
Even the
Damn it.
rebels were racist.
Damn it.
Oh,
And they hated Ethorians and they hated all those calamarians.
The rebels didn't give
Right,
Chewie a
Calamari.
medal, so even they're racist.
It's true.
all of a sudden, there's a whole plate of calamari.
Emperor Palpatine was eating.
I thought they were going to give Chewie a bone instead of a medal.
Poor Chewie. Doesn't even get the Falcon.
That question's probably not fair.
Right?
Yeah, you know what? It's pretty.
He doesn't even get the Falcon.
Doesn't get
Oh.
the Falcon. Ray just gets it.
Sinpresta says, "What do we do if the host can't agree what the answer is?"
So we're changing the
I
question.
think Reese is going to cut up the saber into multiple parts.
Yeah. Let's go with a different one.
How many humans did Wicked eat?
Did who eat?
Wicked eat. Well, there's at least 10 stormtrooper helmets. Just...
How many humans got roasted on the spigot before the Millennium Falcon landed?
How many people are actually cooked?
Where did Princess Leia's dress come from that she was wearing? Right? They didn't just sew that right there. That was somebody else's dress that they ate.
That's true.
And gave it to her.
And that's the point. I never thought of that.
If you guys start hearing me different, it's because my earbuds are starting to go powered
And you know
down.
what? Everybody
am
was
I,
always
man.
like,
This
well,
sucks. I gotta get
why do
new
you like
ones.
the Ewoks so much? They're nothing but cannibals and like stuff like that, like eating people. Why does everybody like Anakin so much? He slaughtered a desert full of beings.
Yeah, but he's so handsome. He's dreamy.
Well,
There,
that-
didn't ever read anymore.
Twice he did that.
I mean,
Like, all the
like,
I mean, some of the Ewoks are cute, but none of them are dreamy.
Ewoks like candy
I would
bars.
love to
Princess
hear
Leia
about
gave
why
her one.
Anakin's
I thought it was hilarious that that Padme couldn't understand that he turned to the dark side, especially after he told her that he killed the Sand People, the women and the children.
killed him.
Why was it so damn difficult? Why was it so damn difficult?
She was giving him one freebie. You know, when he really crossed the line, she was crying about it. It was
Slaughtering a town of beings.
I know, but still, I mean, he killed the younglings.
That was the line.
That was the
the
line.
younglings were the line.
yeah, they were the line because the Sand People were only counted as 0.25.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
And you had racist.
Padme's mind. Padme's mind.
Anthony's banned for the next line.
Anakin was racist. He killed the Sand People.
I mean, Anakin. I mean,
The way
I'll
Naboo
say this.
did
I'll say
business
this for
was
Revenge of the
bad.
Sith and all the prequels. It has grown on me because of the Clone Wars. That is the only reason I like the prequels as much as I do. It's because of the depth that those series got from the cartoon.
Okay,
Otherwise, it's still
this was on mute for a second, and we're coming back from Anakin slaughtering people. And I heard when you kicked in that you loved him for what? Because he slaughtered a room full of children. It's also getting really late here. It's after midnight. You're on mute. Getting back. I'm somewhere else. Listen. Let's have a conversation. For Anakin, maybe he's not someone that we all should, look up to.
You
John,
think?
how old are you?
Huh?
How old are you, John?
46.
Okay, so I'm 49. So we're all about the same. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
grew up in the original trilogy.
I'm older than you guys. I'm 50.
Either
I'm
way,
older than
I'm
you
the old
guys.
fart. I'm the old fart. I'm the old fart.
I'm the old fart.
to that Return of the Jedi is talking about Anakin. I do not believe that. It is talking about Luke. Luke was the Jedi that returned because it used to be Revenge of the Jedi.
I saw that yesterday too, Rich.
Yep.
That's so
Yeah,
weird.
it's like
Yep.
I will never. I never. I mean, people who are like some of my friends who are like prequel kids who grew up with the prequels. They love the prequels. It's all about Anakin. It's about Anakin. It's like Luke was always my hero forever. He was my favorite.
Exactly.
Favorite. He's the hero of Star Wars. I don't care what anybody says. It'll never be Anakin. Anakin kind of sucks because he kind of kills a bunch of kids.
It's actually R2.
Yeah, R2.
R2D2 is the chosen one.
Have you seen like the Instagram thing where R2 is like a British guy who just curses all the time? Like the translations.
I just got the great.
He would be like that. He would be like that bratty kid that you could, it's always your sidekick that hung around, but he was there to back your ass up when needed be, right?
Have you seen those videos, Mundo? Though what I'm talking about, where it's
no,
R2.
I haven't. I need to see it.
Oh my god!
No,
like,
I have to see it.
Him like subtitles of what he's actually saying, and it's all curses. It's all like, it's like talking about, why are you? He's like, why are you pretending you don't know who I am?
If nobody gets that, actually, if nobody really gets all those bleeps and stuff, especially when he's cursing, I mean, that's actually a given within the movies because, during the dialogues of the original trilogy, if you really pay attention to what C-3PO is saying, what Luke is saying, and what others are saying within the movies, you get that sense that he's cursing and like, oh my god, this little droid's got a mouth on his ass,
Oh,
I mean,
and he likes that F word a lot.
I mean, that's what makes Chopper so freaking hilarious.
The best droids are the ones that've been through the most bullshit.
Oh yeah,
Chopper's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm surprised C-3PO didn't came out with a rant once in a while, man.
Right, and speaking of 3PO, if anybody's watched James's video on the 3PO head that he did, it's just fantastic, man.
Did you 3D print that one?
He really did a really good job. He 3D printed 3PO's head and then did all the wiring and all the fonts and everything in there. It's just fantastic, man. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, just fantastic.
That post processing looks phenomenal.
But that's nothing.
Turn it on, James.
Oh wait, I gotta show you the inside.
Let me ask this question first, and then we'll get to that.
Sure.
So,
go for it.
The question is, what is Anthony's favorite character, Hilt?
How would they know that?
I know.
The true fans.
I know.
I mean, your name is Space Windu.
Someone who's actually a true fan of you.
Maybe Swindu.
If anybody's been watching that show for a long time, they would know.
You always had Yoda's Graphics, right? Then that was your. You
yeah, I think Reese is asking like Hilt design.
No, I'm character.
Right? Oh, character.
Yeah, I pulled it out on stream today, actually.
Oh, okay.
Here's a question. If anybody actually knows, whoever's been on the forums and everything, what was Anthony's handle on there before Space Windu?
Oh,
that's a good one.
I know. We mentioned it a lot earlier in the show. If anybody paid attention to it, when I said something to Anthony, and Anthony had a big old smile on his face. Okay, he knows. He knows.
Goldenrod.
Here's a hint. You would have to go to the Custom Saber Shop forums.
Oh wow. Let's see.
Wonder if AI knows.
Probably.
It's not Mace Windu, by the way. Actually, it does AI now. Let's try that.
Custom Saber Shop does have a sale today. 15% off everything.
What?
Yes, and I bought some parts from there today, this morning.
50% off everything?
Yeah, for the next for 15 minutes maybe. I don't know.
Wait, what? You said 50 or 15?
15%.
Okay.
Excuse me, guys.
I was gonna like.
It's worth picking up a.
All of a sudden, everybody's on their phones ordering stuff.
Yeah.
25% off a complete blade, but it's not a Pentestar. So fuck it.
Exactly. AI
you go
doesn't know
Penta?
your favorite hilt.
Titan Gray.
Anybody? Anybody?
No one
Not
knows it.
yet. No one knows it? Really?
I don't know if you even said it. You probably just told
Okay.
me.
Let me know, and I will say it here in just a second. I mean, if nobody really knows, I'm gonna give a few more seconds, and
Maybe Reese can type into Mundo.
With a hilt.
Whatever we were asking for the lightsaber.
Yeah. I pulled it out on screen before. I don't know if were we muted at that point? I think we were muted.
okay.
That's like you guys give away, and then we'll kind of wrap it up.
I think. Well, gosh, man, I think this needs a second coat, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Needs a second coat of the silver?
What kind of look are you going for? Are you going for like a more of a like
Well, right now I'm just doing. See, here's the gray.
Mhm.
Here's the gray itself, and then I've got the silver there,
Nice.
and then the silver. Let me see, and then the silver here. So
Should I give them a
Right.
hint by showing the pommel?
okay, so you could. I mean, I don't care. So should I tell everybody now, or wait?
This is Ultimate Works.
Yeah, you can maybe show them that if you don't see.
So nobody knows the handle of Space Window on the forums before Space Window on the forums, on the Saber Shop forums.
So they don't know the handle. They don't know the hilt. This is a hint for the hilt. It's just the pommel.
I can't see it.
Get a little bit closer.
Anthony, get a close up of it.
I don't know if you can zoom in on that.
It looks
Okay.
like a weed grinder to me.
Is that like a,
Looks like poker chips.
Okay, so
on?
on the Custom Saber Shop. Okay, so on the Custom Saber Shop, if anybody's been on the forums and if anybody has built with Anthony on there, and before he really went with Space Windu, a lot of the times, his handle on the Custom Saber Shop forums was XR Coon.
I remember.
All right, so let's give a hint on this hilt. The character was Anakin's biggest supporter.
Qui-Gon?
There you go.
There we go. We got it. Yeah, Palpatine.
Sin Preston's making it very easy for me because I want to pack one box.
Yeah.
There's one box. That's it.
He's got everything.
Everything's going there.
Yeah. There we go.
Please visit Sin Preston's eBay page about 3 weeks from now. So,
Yeah.
I broke down and got one of those chambers, J Arms dealer.
Oh, while we're on.
Well, you know what it
Bought
was?
right now.
I had it open in a tab, and I guess his sale ended at midnight. But
Yeah,
because
that's
East
why we're
Coast,
bringing it up.
so I had it on a tab open because I'm on Central Time, so it still works. So I just bought it.
Nice.
Though I definitely.
Oh wow.
I think is it like $40 off right now, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a good deal.
It's a really
It's
good
like
deal.
$60 off. It was like
Was it?
165. Yeah, and it's.
Well, I remember
$99.
Rudy. Yeah, he used to charge like 160, 165. So I jumped on it.
Now,
99 is great.
Great
Too.
looking.
I still have a Rudy Pando. I still have a Rudy Pando crystal chamber thing that eventually I'm gonna utilize, but for right now, it's still in the box. And I was fortunate. I don't know. Is he still doing his crystal chamber runs? Because when I got that one, he was already basically stopping his runs for the Rudy Pando.
Really small chat switch has it there and it's
It's a nice.
I don't think
It's a nice
It
design.
was like this was almost
I don't
all
think
flat.
he's doing them
Not from
anymore.
them, but from like
'Cause
LGT
he,
and
like,
stuff. And this was all like
he gave
filled
Roman
in
permission.
small grooves.
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Technology's
Well,
good.
thank you guys
So
for
good.
doing this tonight. We had a great time doing this giveaway, this
Oh, yeah.
Pentestar giveaway. I hope everybody had a good time playing these games and answering these trivia questions, trying to get the top prize. That was a lot of fun for us to do it, and we really want to do more of these live streams. I know Mundo does it every single Sunday night, so if anyone is interested in subscribing right here to watch Mundo Sunday night Mundo, I think it's 9 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock Central, and 6 o'clock Pacific time, I believe.
Yep.
And he does it every single Sunday. Some of these guys are guests on there pretty regularly, so come back and check out Mundo. We're going to try to give Mundo some prizes and some giveaways so he can do this more often, where you can get some of you guys in here and actually give something away to stir up some interest and make it more dynamic. So I hope you guys like that, and I want to thank each and every one of you for coming on tonight. I know it was a long show, but we time went by fast. I really can't believe it's
went by really fast.
So cool.
Yeah, I can't believe like 3.5 hours went by, but yeah, we want to come back and do this again. I know we did a tri-star giveaway, we did a quad star giveaway, we just did the Pentastar giveaway. I'm not exactly sure what's next. Is it a Septastar? We're also working on some other prototypes as well, so there's definitely going to be new stuff, new saber blades coming out from Civilized Sabers. Definitely go check out John's channel, Collector's Outpost, some really awesome videos he puts out regularly. He's super into sabers and toys, if you guys don't already know. Big thank you to Mundo for hosting tonight, and for all you guys that have come on here, and everybody that was commenting in the comments section. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us.
Yeah, big thank you to Rich also, and James and Barris. Rich doesn't get a whole lot of time either to come onto the show, and for him to come on tonight was epic. And so
Rich has been important since like day one. Thank you, Rich.
Yeah, and so James and my co-pilots. So I love these guys to death, and I love Rich. I mean, I love everybody, and this show would not be what it is without you, Anthony, for giving me the reins to do the show with. Also, and John and Reese, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us too, because you guys, without you guys doing what you guys do, it's so much fun to have everybody involved, especially Jedi Arms Dealer too, man. I know it's so hard for you to come on now that you're doing the car stuff, and on top of that, everything else on top of that. So with everybody being so busy, and with the schedules that everybody has, my heart goes out to everybody who comes onto the show in the comments as well, because I know your time is very valuable with your families. Your time is very valuable, whether you have to go to work earlier or not, and so forth. And so for you to spend time here to hang out with us, talk sabers, and just generally have a good time with us, it means a lot for me and everybody here too, because there's so much bad crap in the world. We need a place to go and have fun. And I want to provide that fun for you guys as much as possible. Yeah, sometimes it gets boring, but at the same time, we laugh a lot. We talk about a lot of different things. And you know what? It's like we're sitting at a table having a drink and having fun. And that's the thing that I want to portray. So if you're interested in sitting at the table, drinking a beer, drinking whatever you want, I don't care. Having fun, talk sabers, come on by every Sunday, man. Saber Talk Sunday is where it's at. Be there, be square. Love you guys, man.
Big thank you to Reese as well, my apprentice Darth Reese, for creating every single prize that we had tonight, and for gathering up all the prizes and setting up the entire show. Reese, thank you so much. And thank you for my birthday present, which is this awesome 7/8" blade.
Great.
Fantastic. Gonna enjoy this.
World's first.
Thank you. So great. I activated.
Copyrights.
Activated the copyright.
Yep, I'm gonna light mine up. Light them up, boys. Light them up.
Yeah, disturb it. Oh, there we go. Now it's beeping. I guess my chicken dinner is done.
So with that, let's see here.
All right, everybody, have a
I
great.
think we're gonna go ahead and
May
sign
the 5th.
out.
We got so many.
Do some good stuff.
Here.
I
I'll
hope
do this.
everybody has a great night.
There it is.
May the 4th be with you guys. Oh, look at that. I got it. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Jedi arm stealing.
Oh, there's the glass flash. There it is.
I don't have a blade close to me, so that's all I got.
You don't need a blade with that one.
Love that thing. Love it.
Gosh, it's nice.
Love it.
All right, guys. The outro's coming. Peace out. Love y'all.
Yeah. Bye.
Here we go.